Let's go.
Let's rock.
Jimmy Juice Podcast, man.
Let's go, let's go.
Figgy Fig, best in the world, that's what he do, know what I'm talking about. Ryan Rockett, born and raised in the H-Town, Houston, Texas. Know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Let's go in the jacuzzi, smoking threats. I got my feet up. Cut them haters off, I told them beat it. I don't need you. Spend 50 racks in cash, but it's all good. I got my visa. This rolling got them staring at me like the Mona Lisa. My ghetto, Nike. I beat it like a creature. She always like my sneakers. These Jordan 5 pink aces. Let's go. I'm knocking them down, baby, back in the row. He really the one.
But they already know.
Put on all of my chains, go put on the show.
Giving up G's, sipping my juice. Counting the beans, addicted to ends. I need to back in on whatever I do. We get it in on the daily. I get it rocking like this with the 80. We really 10 toes down on the pave. What's up? We about to see what they saying.
Rockin' Jim, vippin' juice. Rockin' Jim, vippin' juice. Rockin' Jim, vippin' juice. Rockin' Jim, vippin' juice. Let's go. Jim, vippin' juice. Rockin' Jim, vippin' juice. Rockin' Jim, vippin' juice. Rockin' Jim, vippin' juice. Go, let's go.
What do you have to say to everyone if we still consider the Astros cheaters?
I caught a plane out to Cleveland late last season.
Where them bitches at? Where them bitches at? It's supposed to be titties. Where the fucking titties and the bitches?
We some family men. We some family men. We getting it paper.
All right. We are back at it. Oh, yeah, as Jay Prince would say. Oh, yeah.
I like that. Oh, yeah, because he did that on our podcast.
He did it for us.
Man.
Like, Doc,
Yeah.
I was looking through my my iPhone pictures this past week, and I saw some clips I made from the show, and I saw the clip where he said that we're in mob ties.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit. Have we decided if we're still – I remember we were on the edge of whether we wanted to still be affiliated after the whole takeoff thing. And have we come to a decision? Are we still in mob ties or not?
I would say yeah, man.
Okay.
I would say yeah because he did mention how it was a like he didn't say it was gang related or anything, and like I don't know if it is or not, but no, I would say yeah, man. I actually interviewed who was it? I forgot his name. It was definitely DJ Etso.
Oh, yeah.
So him, Propane, and it was somebody else I forgot, but yeah, I would say yeah, man. I would say we at least affiliated somehow, connected. We ain't got the chains or nothing like that, but we definitely connected.
We affiliated, man. So just in case some shit goes down,
yeah,
we got the tape, man. He said we affiliated.
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? What's up, Matt Graves on YouTube? What's up, Tab? Looking sharp as a tack in his profile picture, man. He done went corporate. Is that AI? Is that a real picture, man? Doc, you look like a something off of PS5.
PS5 profile.
Yeah, that's like a lawyer in Grand Theft Auto 6 or something, man.
It looked like the GTA loading screen.
Speaking of which, we got to talk about that because there was a new trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6 game that has been delayed another year, but they did show a trailer. People getting hyped no matter what. So we got to talk about that. He said that's a real picture. It looks hard, man. You look like you're all business. Like you look like a paid contract killer or something. You and Jason Statham in a new action movie about killing motherfuckers. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Gems and Juice podcast, man. We are back at it. We told y'all we back consistent, doing it again. Of course, Figgy Fig, me, Ryan Rockett, doing a damn thing. Gonna talk about everything that happened this past week. Sports, music, entertainment, yada, yada. You know how it goes. Matt says you could be a loading screen for GTA.
Yeah.
That does look like the loading screen,
man.
Yeah, good to see you in the chat, Tab. Welcome back, man.
Salute, Tab. One of the OGs, man.
One of our day ones, man. Really, our day one period.
The one that kept us going.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, good to see you, man.
You're the one that gave us our 6'10" love from the beginning. Before
put me in the draft. I'll never forget that, man. Put me on a number one pick. I was the Cam Ward of the Sports Radio 610 draft.
Yes.
We did a host to do they mixed up the shows and had a draft to see who would go on what spot. And Tab called in and picked me number one to be on the morning show. So I never forget that.
And shouted out the Gyms and Juice podcast, man. That's very important.
He did.
Ryan Rockett. Ryan Rockett of the Gyms and my favorite podcast, Gyms and Juice. I'm like, oh.
He put us on, man. Our day one kept us going, like you said. So we appreciate the love.
Yeah, for sure.
So what you been up to this week, Fig? Anything new?
Nothing new really, man. So today, so side note, we were supposed to start at like 6:10 or something like that, 6 o'clock. But I was just out and it was in Sugarland. Shout out to Sports Radio 610. They was doing the afternoon drive with Ron and Clint. They were doing a crawfish tour. So they were out there at Big Ben's and Sugarland. So I was kind of out there. I was planning on just stopping by, eating a couple crawfish and all that stuff. And I was going to dip back out. But people kept, hey, every time I try to leave out, we talked about this before. Mm-hmm. Like, I got to get better with the Irish goodbyes, man. Because every time I'm like, all right, I'm about to head on. Oh, you about to leave out? Yeah, come on, man. I just got here. I want to get a drink with you, man. I'm like, all right. And this guy was like, all right, I'm going to put the timer on my phone, 17 minutes. I was just like, all right, what you drinking? So, and also, I started off with an old fashioned, and then somebody came out of nowhere like, hey, you want tequila shots for everybody? I'm like, all right, man, I'm starting to mix the liquor now.
Yeah, be careful, man.
And then to top it off, somebody gave me a vodka and cranberry. So I don't know.
Oh, man.
I had the trilogy, man. I had everything. So, but I'm good, man.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that mixing shit, man. I'm at the point where I really don't do hard liquor at all, man. I have like a seltzer. I have a few beers, but I don't do like hard liquor. I don't do whiskey, all that shit, vodka anymore. I can't do it, man. I wake up with the worst headaches now. That's my thing. I get bad headaches in the morning. Yeah. I can't take that shit. So
yeah, I got to the point, man, I don't even drink like that. I will drink maybe on a Friday if I ain't got to work in the morning, or a Saturday if I ain't got to work and I ain't doing nothing. I'm sitting at home. Mm-hmm. But I don't be going hard in the paint, man. I just drink a little something. Sometimes wine get me there. I drink a glass of wine and I'll be cool, man.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to go hard in the paint no more, man.
Yeah, you get a certain age and it's not, you can't hang no more, man. That's how it is. Matt said, hell yes, Figgy's mixtape on 610 ain't enough. Love to hear this coming back. Appreciate the love, man.
Thank you, man.
If y'all don't know, make sure y'all tune in to 610 in the loop every day for Monday through Friday for Figgy's mixtape. What time is it? 1:30?
Every day, 1:20.
1:20, that's right. So yeah, make sure y'all check it out. Always good shit on the Figgy's mixtape.
I had it's funny because I had a blast yesterday. I was talking about Smokey Robinson. Like, he got that lawsuit going on, so I was going through his track list. Remember he released that album called Gasms?
Yeah, I saw that. Somebody posted that shit. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, so I was going through the track list. I played a couple tracks from it. I was just like, oh, this is crazy, man. And then I had to end it with the Gang Banger song.
Dog, I'm surprised nobody has sampled that for like a hard record, because that hook kind of goes gang banging,
yeah,
bang banging,
your time.
Sipping that wine. Dog. And the funny thing is, that was like wasn't that like a late 90s song too? You think it was like it's something put out in 91, the way the beat sounds. I want to say that might have been like early 2000s.
Yeah, I don't know, man, because I think he made that song in the 2010s.
I don't think it was that old.
Really? Because
But
that's when I first heard it.
yeah, I know that's when it went viral, but I think it had been out for a long time. There's just the internet wasn't at that point yet. Let me see.
Yeah.
Robinson Gangbanging. I'm guessing that's the name of the song.
Yeah.
When did it come out? 2004.
Really? Dang.
Yeah. But still, it sounds like something somebody said in the comments. It sounded like something that came off the Juice soundtrack in 92.
Yeah, and that video was hilarious, man.
Yeah, just a dude sipping out wine, doing that time.
Man, hold on, man. I got man. And this song get stuck in your brain too.
It does.
Like after the show, I was over here stepping that.
The problem is everything in it that he talked about sound kind of fun.
Like what's wrong with sipping wine? Like,
right?
What's wrong with sipping wine? All right, can you see this? Okay.
Yeah, and like Smokey Robinson wasn't doing drugs back in the day, man. He got to stop fronting.
Wasting your time, drinking that wine, smoking that smoke, doing that coke, dealing that dope, giving up hope, gang banging, gang banging, gang banging, staying up late, preaching that hate.
What's wrong with staying up late, man?
Killing your brother.
Okay, that's the first really bad thing he talked
I was
about.
just like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Waves, filling up graves, gang banging, gang banging.
I'm shocked that Schoolboy Q hasn't sampled this song, man. For anybody. Maybe he won't clear it. That's the issue. I'm sure he wouldn't clear this song for any gang rap.
Yeah.
But that song is just hilarious, man. It's very catchy too.
Yeah.
Bang banging. Yeah. And nothing he talked about seemed that bad at all.
Yeah. Wasting your time.
Staying up late.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like, ain't nothing wrong with staying up late, Smokey. You know, you and the Motown boys are doing way worse back in the 60s.
Y'all, I know they was doing coke.
How many of y'all done they was overdosing, man.
Yeah, Temptations was doing crack.
Yep. Where was the song back then, Smokey? Damn, y'all act like y'all was perfect back in the day. Come on now, y'all was degenerates too.
Yeah, who was the leader of the Temptations? I forgot his name. It was David Ruffin.
David Ruffin, yeah.
He was on crack.
Yep.
He was sitting there buying crack, man.
Melvin, all them dudes, man.
Yeah.
So Miguel said Lopez homeboys. What's up, Miguel? Good to see you again.
What up, man?
So things that happened this week. We could talk about some music that dropped, some controversial things and other things. My boy Mike dropped an album called Pinball 2 with Tony Seltzer. It's I listened to it. It came out, I want to say, like early this week. I listened to most of it. I don't like it as much as the first Pinball they did, but I think it's good. It's good that Mike just constantly drops albums for me, man. It's nice to have a...
Who is this?
Mike. All cast. It's hard to find him on streaming because there's so many motherfucking mics and shit.
Okay, I see. Is this him?
Yeah, that's him.
Mike all caps. Okay.
Yeah, he drops a new album. It's good. I've been getting into his music, man. I saw his show last year as well with Earl Sweatshirt, and it's good to be a fan of somebody who consistently drops music. Like every few months, he's dropping something. It feels like, and it's always good because I feel like in this era, people take way too long between albums in general.
Yeah.
Except for Drake and even him, he takes some time off. But all like Playboy Cardi took 5 years to drop this damn album, man. A lot of artists take a long time. When's the last time Nicki Minaj dropped? Like
Yeah,
they take a long time before they drop their next albums and projects, man. Not that I'm a fan of Nicki or waiting for that. I'm just using examples.
yeah,
So it's good to have somebody who frequently drops it and just keeps the fan base fed with music. So
yeah. It's only a few people that do that, man. I feel like the people that's constantly dropping stuff is like Currency. I feel
yeah,
like he always dropping stuff. Freddie Gibbs was like that at some point. He's not like Currency, but he drop at least every year or every other year. He always dropping something. But yeah, it's not a lot of people do it. I'm kind of curious too because Kendrick currently on tour right now. And I feel like since the Drake beef happened, I feel like he been really active.
oh yeah, definitely.
So I wonder, because we all know Kendrick as the guy that drops something and go away for 5 or 10 years or some shit. So I wonder if he gonna be a little more active now. Like, is he gonna take another 3 or 4 years off, or did he just get motivated now? Because I think he posted something teasing like a GNX 2. He put a little 2 there. I don't know if he dropping the deluxe with some more songs on there. So I wonder if he gonna be a little more active now.
I think he definitely is, because I thought after the diss tracks came out and he did the pop out, I thought he was going to go back into hiding.
Yeah.
But then he dropped GNX by surprise. And then he dropped this tour, doing this stuff with SZA, trying to get his label up and going. So I think the time of hibernation Kendrick is over. I think he's popped out for good now. I think he's going to consistently drop music. And I think, yeah, he's back. I think he's officially back now. And he's kind of, the truth is, he has to strike while the iron's still hot.
Yeah.
Because if you can't take another break and expect to be at this level again. Kendrick is the biggest rapper out right now.
Yeah.
And if you take a 5-year break, somebody else gonna come through.
Is it fair to say he's probably at his peak right now?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, no, I think so too. I agree too. I think this is, like, as crazy as it sounds, I feel like right now he gained a lot of new fans over this beef.
Yeah.
And I think he know it, which is smart, and he took advantage of it, man. He went through the beef and released the songs. I guess he immediately got in the studio, dropped the album, announced the tour. It looked like the tour is going great. It looked like he's making a lot of money and I guess breaking records from the tour. So yeah, it looked like he really taking advantage of it. I would be shocked if he go back into hiding again, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think he will eventually take a break. I think after this tour, he might lay back for a bit. But he's not going to take, like, the time in between Damn and Mr. Morale. We're not going to see that kind of break again, man.
Yeah,
I think he's officially back.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm kind of curious with Drake right now because this might be the longest we didn't see like a lot of Drake stuff, because the last thing he dropped was for he dropped the Party Next Door album. So
yeah,
I guess that was kind of recent. But For All the Dogs was it kind of been a little minute now. So I wonder, like I seen academics talk about how he got some stuff coming real soon and he gonna address a lot of people, not just Kendrick, all that stuff. So I'm kind of curious how he's gonna be, man, because right now I feel like he's in second place. So and it's been a minute since Drake been actually in second place when it comes to, just music all over the place. So I wonder how he gonna respond.
Yeah, me too. I kind of wonder if he just will stick to the dance clubbing lane, because Nokia was a hit. People thought that he was done and he wasn't gonna make a hit again. Then he came and made a hit. So I think it'll be interesting to see. To me, I'm more interested in seeing who collabs with him still. I want to see who's still, because I think the people who are on Team Kendrick made their side known. And I want to know, like, are you going to get back with Future? I know they teased about, getting back together and squashing it. Young Thug, I would assume, is going to be there. Anything else? I don't know. 21, of course, will be on the album, I'm sure. But anybody else kind of up in the air, man. I did hear Rick Ross kind of downplay the beef now and say he'd be open to being cool with Drake again.
That was sad, man. I like Rick Ross a lot, but
yeah,
that was pathetic.
It is. It is, but I'm not gonna lie, man. I think it would be a huge waste if they never did another song again. Because I think Drake and Rick Ross, I think that's the best collab that Drake has. That team of Drake and Rick Ross, all the songs they put out together are fire. All of them. And I think if we never got that again, just because they had a beef over French Montana's NDA or some shit, whatever that was, cease and desist, it'll be a waste. So I can't say I'm that mad about it.
Yeah, no, I'm not mad about that. I think I said that in real time, how we was gonna miss a lot of good songs.
Yeah.
Or with their collabs. But just him trying to make it like it was nothing. Like, dog, you put Instagram videos every day. Like, come on, man. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if Drake gonna be like, all right, you know what, let's squash it. It seemed like he's kind of I don't know if he woke up where he'd be like, okay, I see who my real friends are.
Yeah.
So and Drake is very petty. And clearly I don't think he necessarily need Rick Ross either. So I don't know if that's gonna happen anytime soon. The person I feel like he do need or would need is probably like Future.
Yeah.
Because Future, he still kind of got the clubs on lock a little bit. The streets on lock. So I think he will probably need Future. I don't know if anybody need Rick Ross.
Yeah, that's true. And you could tell in real time that Drake wasn't really trying to touch the Future angle of it. You know, of all people who dissed him, Future got the lightest. He didn't even get jabbed. He didn't even get jabbed at all. He just said that shit made me sick to my stomach. Then he blamed Metro Boomin for instigating it. And even though all this happened because of Future's album, and like he had nothing to do with all this, like he didn't know what this was, like he didn't hear the Kendrick verse before they put it out. So, you know, Drake knows that Future is hot and he don't want to sever that relationship. So he wants to keep that open. So I'm sure they will work together again. Anybody else, I don't know. Like you said, Drake is petty. So we'll have to see.
Yeah. While we here, I think it was technically last week, but it's officially like 1 year since the whole Drake Kendrick beef and all the songs and all that stuff. How would you rank the songs right now? You ain't got to rank all of them, maybe just like top 3 or something like that.
If we're counting that,
I would say don't count like that.
Okay, fair enough.
It's starting with I think it was started with push-ups.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put push-ups in there. Okay. I would put number 1. This is personal taste.
Okay.
616 in LA, number 1 for me. Number 2, probably Family Matters, just because of the second verse. The second verse, I think, is the craziest Drake ever rapped. And whenever that song comes on my shuffle, I just take it right to the second part where the beat switches and then turn it off after that's done.
Yeah.
And third, I would put Euphoria, because Euphoria is a really good track. And yeah, that's really what got this shit really started and heated up. So I would put, I'd probably put Euphoria second, Family Matters third.
Okay.
So yeah, that would be my top 3. What about you?
I agree with you. I would go with 616 in LA. I just like that song in general. Like even if it wasn't a diss song, like I like the beat. I kind of like the vibe of that. Second, I will probably say I like Euphoria better than push-ups. I really like push-ups a lot though, man. I kind of like push-ups a little more than what was that?
Family Matters?
Yeah, Family Matters, yeah. I kind of like it a little bit more, man, because I feel like Family Matters was a little too aggressive. Like, I want to hear about somebody beating their wife. You know what I mean? It eventually got to that point. He was going off on that. That was probably some of the best Drake rapping like in a long time. But I like Push Ups because it was kind of it was laid back. And it was still very Drake. It wasn't, I wouldn't put it up there as like a diss song. But when it come on, it's just like I can never be one of my number one fan. First number one I had that button in your hand. Like I kind of like that a little bit. But if I had to rank it, I would probably say 616. Family. Did I say
Push ups? You said push ups.
Push up. I would say 616. Push ups, and then Euphoria. I'll say Euphoria.
Yeah, I'll probably go there. It's funny that none of us picked Not Like Us.
I think I mentioned this on the podcast. Like I didn't really care for that beat.
Me neither, man. I didn't like it the second I heard it, and I still don't like it. Like I can admit that that's what won him the beef, and I can see what makes people like it. I just hated it.
Yeah, that song kind of grew on me a little bit. Like after a while, I'm just because I thought at that point, remember when Nicki and Remy Ma was beefing, and she did the Sheether.
Yeah,
it was like, oh shit, you just killed Nicki, and then she tried to release something else, and it wasn't that good. It was just like, you're doing too much now.
Yeah,
like you should have just stopped while you was ahead.
Tried to back to back.
Yeah. And I thought that's what that was. I was just kind of like, because I can't remember if I think Brandon Scott hit me up because we was at the JJ Watt charity game. He was like, oh, Kendrick dropped again. I'm like, what? I'm like, you drop again after Meet the Grams? And I listened to it when I got to the car, and I was just like, like I don't really care for this. I listened to the whole thing too. I think I listened to it twice, and I was just like, like it's been a good run. I'm like, it's cool, but people was going so crazy over it, and then it started really picking up to the point. I think I kind of felt victim of the, just it's playing all the time. Where I'm like, okay, it's not that bad after all. Okay, it is kind of cool, but I do not like DJ Mustard music, man. I just didn't care for it.
Yeah, the issue with me with that track is like if he was trying to make a dance kind of club-ish song, it wasn't catchy enough to have that. Like the They Not Like Us, that's only a few bars at the end.
Yeah.
And then it's over. So there's nothing really to like nod your head to or really sing along to because the song is it's a diss song disguised as like a party song. Yeah. But it's a diss song, but it's not as catchy as Back to Back was, because Drake, you say what you want about Drake, he does know how to make a catchy, he knows how to make a catchy dance song.
Yeah.
And that one, it didn't do it for me. Lyrically, yeah, he did destroy Drake, even though I think he leaned too far into things that Twitter wanted him to say.
Yeah.
I think both of them went too far. Drake did with that Heart Part 6. And then they both went too far in the Twitter direction, man. I didn't want to see that. I wanted to see stuff you knew or had heard personally or just other things. I don't want to hear, oh, this Twitter conspiracy sounds good. I'm going to put it in a record.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think or were the songs that didn't age well?
Family Matters. Even though I said Family Matters was one of my favorites, Family Matters definitely aged the worst.
Really? Over Meet the Grams?
Yeah. Meet the Grams, the only thing that aged bad about that was the daughter.
Yeah.
The daughter thing was fake. But then the Drake, a lot of the Drake stuff had to do with Dave Free. He kept bringing Dave Free up, and that went nowhere. And I think that was worse than Meet the Grams with the daughter at the end. Because that was like throughout the whole song. Like part 1 and part 3 was about that shit.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing about the incident in a hotel, which didn't go anywhere too. All this stuff. He was trying to surprise and shock people, kind of like how Pusha T did with the whole "You Got a Secret Baby."
Yeah.
And it didn't work for him. So I would say Family Matters definitely for me aged the worst.
Yeah. Okay. I could kind of see that. That's the other thing too. Maybe because I follow a lot of people or a lot of Drake stans pop up on my timeline. But they do the same shit that they was doing with the Pusha T shit. They just keep bringing up the all Pusha T said was you are hiding a child. I'm like, this brother said way more than that, man.
Yes.
And they doing the same thing with that Kendrick Family Matters. It's just like, okay, like take the third verse out. Like listen to all the stuff he was saying in the first verse, let alone the second verse. He was sitting there talking to his kid. He was sitting there talking to his kid, man. Like, oh, you can't get no disrespectful than that.
Yep.
Like
and over an Alchemist beat too, man. He kept it super hip hop.
He said his kid's name. He said, Dear Donda. Yeah, I'm like, man, like Drake. I mean, Drake kind of get disrespectful too, man. Mentioning your loved one or your lady, but Drake ain't even mention his kid. So I'm like, man, so y'all just discredit all of that other stuff, man.
Yeah, you know, they pick sides and arguments and narratives to run with, man. They're trying to play the long game here, and they're trying to look back and say, well, actually, Kendrick didn't say all that, and it wasn't really, there's the same thing with Pusha T. Even though everybody knew Pusha T killed him, even Drake admitted he lost that battle. People were like, oh, he's Pusha TMZ over here. All he did was gossip about stuff, and it was all true shit, by the way.
Hey, no, that verse he put on there, man, what was that verse? He said, let's talk about I said drug dealing aside, ghost riding aside, let's talk about your he was talking to that man's soul, man. Like I didn't really, I mean, I got it when I first heard it, but back and like when you listen to it now and just kind of go through it, I'm like, man, he was talking to his soul, man. He was talking to him like he was standing in front of him. I'm like, nah, man. I just refuse. Like, y'all can't tell me Duppy freestyle is better than that. you can't tell me Duppy freestyle was like that won the battle. I just refuse to think that, man.
Only super big Drake fans talk about some Duppy freestyle still. Yeah. Man. Come on, I'd be forgetting that song even came out.
Dog, I never went back to that song.
Me neither.
Yeah, that's a song I never went back. And I don't know, is that an original song? Or
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's the other thing, man. Like Pusha T killed you on a beat that wasn't even his.
Yeah.
Like a beat he probably can't get no money off of. He ain't profiting off of that. He was just like, you know what? Throw on this beat. Let me talk to this man real quick. And I just don't. I refuse to believe that he lost that battle or that was a TMZ type of verse.
It wasn't, and that's the only unfortunate thing is that we'll never really be able to tell how popular that song was because it didn't go on streaming.
Yeah.
So we'll never really know. We can compare with Kendrick and Drake easily, and we can see Kendrick won that. But in terms of the stream battle, we'll never really know how popular the Pusha T song got because it was only like on SoundCloud and people uploaded on YouTube, but it's like a bunch of people uploaded on YouTube. So you didn't get the collective streams and we don't really know how big it was. We can only go by the social media reaction.
Yeah. And I think as far as like Pusha T, I don't even think he cared.
No, he didn't. He was trying to he was on a mission. He never really cared about album sales to begin with. Yeah. But he was on a mission to destroy that man and he succeeded. So.
Yeah, and it's crazy. That was the only song, and that beef was over.
Yeah. Jay Prince stepped in, man, our boy.
Yeah,
man.
And that's the other thing. Like, people don't bring that shit up. Like, dog, somebody jumped in to stop the fight. Like, how can you sit there and say he won, man? Especially what he did to Meek Mill. Like the stuff, the stuff he did to Meek Mill, and then now seeing this with Pusha T. It's like, dog, you can't say he won that battle, man.
Speaking of Meek Mill, another funny narrative is people keep saying that, oh, Kendrick's just dragging the beef. He's dragging it on. Drake didn't perform beef songs in his tours, which he did. All this stuff was proven. He was on a year-long victory lap after he beat Meek. And then Meek went to prison and they kind of got sad to pick on him even further. Yeah. But Drake did a long ass victory lap after he beat Meek Mill and everybody knew it and saw it and they were cheering along with it.
That song was nominated for a Grammy.
Yes.
And a song just don't get, you got to submit it. So that song was submitted and it was nominated for a Grammy. So and I don't want to hear all that's the other thing. I ain't want to hear all that. Oh, he's just dragging it on. What was Drake doing with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and you know, if he beat Kendrick, that would be all he'd be talking about. He would have probably dropped another album instantly.
Yeah,
doing the whole victory lap about it,
he
would never let that go.
He would be on tour right now.
Yes.
And honestly, like I wouldn't even be mad at it if he did beat Kendrick like that. I'm like, oh, he's the king. Like I wouldn't even be mad at. I wouldn't be sitting there saying, oh, he's just dragging this on, even though he might be dragging it on. But I wouldn't have been mad at that. But no, everybody trying to move the goalposts on this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, so you want us to move along now?
God, move on, guys. God, it's been a year.
If he would have won, then why do you want this to move on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jake been holding on to beef from when he first started rapping. So we supposed to just believe that Kendrick just dropped this, even though they've been going at each other for damn near a decade now at this point. This beef is never going to end. People just need to get used to that. The beef that we might not get diss songs to the level we've gotten anymore, but this beef is going to be eternal.
Yeah, they always going to be compared to each other. Every time somebody drop a verse, they be like, "Is he talking about Drake or is always going to be that?"
The subliminals will always be there, no matter how much they try to downplay it in the media. They will be sending shots at each other in their upcoming records for years to come. And it's just how it is, man. Some beef is just eternal. So
how you feel about the other narrative people were throwing out there of Drake is the one that put Kendrick on back in the day. He let him open up for him and all that. How you feel about that narrative?
Well, if you're going to go with that narrative, are we going to say Bun B put on Drake because he brought him out to Warehouse Live when nobody knew who he was and opened for him? And Drake admits this. And then are we going to say Lil Wayne put Drake on? Because before Lil Wayne, Drake was just a fucking conscious rapper rapping with Fonte and Elzai over Ninth Wonder beats. Then he gets on with Wayne. Suddenly he's a super thug ass nigga wrapped in with Mob Ties and Jay Prince. Come on, man. We seen everybody put somebody on. Everybody who gets on was put on in part by somebody else. But for Kendrick to get as far as he did, this is all him. Because a lot of people done came through. You think of when Kendrick and Drake first came in the game and how many rappers came on with them in that era and how many are still around.
Yeah.
Really doing it on that level where they were when they first came in. Barely anybody.
It's only like one. One in a possible.
J. Cole, and that's really about it.
Yeah. And I mean, like I wouldn't put him in this category, but probably a tier or two lower. I would Big Sean. Like he kind of still around. He ain't popping, but he's still a name. I never liked Wale.
Wale done. He's gone. Man.
But he's not. Yeah, he's kind of in the Big Sean category a little bit.
Wiz Khalifa was in that era too.
Yeah, he's more. Yeah, he's a little more.
Did anybody listen to Cushion OJ 2 or whatever the fuck he was trying to put out?
I never liked Wiz Khalifa from the beginning, man.
Damn.
I never really cared for him. He had a couple songs, but to me, he was the Pittsburgh version of Currency.
Pretty much.
Just talking about weed and all that, and rolling papers, different flavors.
I liked his early stuff. But yeah, as it went on, he got that big song off the Fast and Furious soundtrack, and that was it.
Yeah, the Paul Walker song.
Yeah. Been a long time. So yeah, I can't say that Drake put on Kendrick and act like that was out of charity, because Kendrick, look, I think he's gonna be big regardless, but everybody gets a jump start from somebody. Yeah. I think Drake would have been a big name regardless. He might not have been where he is now, but everybody gets a jump start from somebody.
Yeah, and plus like that was the past, man. Like Biggie and Tupac was cool back in the day. Like that don't, like, just because y'all beefing don't mean, oh, y'all was friends or he did this. Like, no, that was the past. Like maybe Kendrick saw what Drake was before, or maybe it was some stuff behind the scenes we don't know, where Kendrick was like, man, I don't really rock with this dude. I've been around people before, and in real time, I'm just kind of like, yeah, we cool right now, but I don't really know about this dude. And then eventually we drift off. So I don't expect nobody to be like, wait, y'all was cool back then. Y'all got Jeezy and Gucci had a song back then.
Yep.
Like to me, that don't mean anything.
It really doesn't, man. What was that? 2012 when they were cool. It's been a long time, man.
Yeah,
So
you had Poet of Justice,
and that was it.
Yeah, that was their song. That was kind of their song.
Yep. Whose song was it technically? Was it ASAP? No, was it?
No, I think it was Kendrick's song. It was on Kendrick album.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know.
They were on an ASAP Rocky song too, weren't they?
Fucking Problems.
Yeah, that's right. That's
yeah. I don't know who. I think that was on ASAP Rocky album. I don't know whose song originally that was. You know how that's. It was like, oh, that was so and so song, and that was 2 Chainz song originally, and all this other stuff. So I wouldn't even count that one. It seemed like it was a couple people just got on that song, but at least the Poet of Justice was Kendrick and Drake.
Yeah.
And you could tell they were kind of in on that song together.
Yeah, that's a long time ago, man. Things change, relationships change, people change, subliminal shots being sent through all the years on them records, things that happen behind the scenes we probably don't even know about. And here we are, man. So that's what happens.
Yeah.
Miguel asks, are y'all going to break from the country? Are you going to break down? I think we need to say break down the country music awards from yesterday. Who won? Did Shabuzi win, or was he frozen out again?
I had no idea this was even on.
Let me look this up, man, because I don't know who were the winners.
I pulled it up. Let me put it on the screen real quick. I'm like, you know what, Miguel? I'm gonna do you a solid, man. I don't think we ever talked about country on this hip hop platform.
Let's see if anybody we heard of. I heard of Luke Wilson and Jelly Roll. They didn't win.
Yeah,
Chris Stapleton still making music. Okay.
Yeah. So, man, entertainer of the year, Lainey Wilson.
Okay.
I heard of her. Female artist of the year, Lainey Wilson. Look like she cleaning up.
Mm-hmm.
Male artist of the year, Chris Stapleton. I heard of him.
Wait, is this year? Chris Stapleton?
Yeah,
okay, maybe he dropped some fire. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Duo of the year, Brooks and Dunn. They still dropping music.
That's what I'm gonna say, man.
Yeah, Group of the year, Old Dominion. I heard of them. I think they performed at the rodeo this year. That's the only reason I heard of them.
Okay.
New female artist of the year, Ella Langley. I don't know what that is.
Industry plant.
Probably so. New male artist of the year, Zach Top. I heard of Zach Top. Oh, it's
CZ Top's son.
Oh, I don't. You know what? I actually had to work a rodeo event, and it was at the rodeo. I think he performed. Did he perform? Oh no, you know, I actually I had to go to that with the company with Odyssey. We had like a Odyssey suite that night, and I was invited to go to kind of shake hands and kiss babies. So I didn't even stay for the concert. I went with Sean Pendergast, and we just went to meet the one of the CEOs of Odyssey at that time.
Okay.
And we talked to her, and she got let go. I guess a week later, which was kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Shabuzi didn't win that. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, they hating on him. Dog, random sidebar. There's this ad on this webpage of a child, presumably in Russia, or the Ukraine, saying, "Help me stop Putin," with the sign. And dog, this is how hip hop has cooked my mind, because Cameron had a line where he said something like, I get computers Putin. I forget the line that came before, but he said, I get computers Putin. Yeah. So whenever I see Putin spelled out, I think of Putin, like the computers.
It was on that Get 'Em Girl song.
Yeah, the original, not the remix. Oh, that was Get 'Em Daddy. I get them, Get 'Em Girls, and then Get 'Em Daddy, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that line is stuck in my mind since the early 2000s, and every time I see Putin spelled out like that, I think of Putin, like Cameron was talking about getting computers Putin.
So my mind went somewhere else looking at this ad. So it's saying help, like, is this help me, period, and then it's telling us to stop Putin? Or is he saying help me stop Putin or Putin? I'm over here saying Putin. Is he saying help me stop Putin?
I think he's saying we need to help his country defend itself, and not. But they're trying to personalize it like we're gonna help this kid. It's like the kid is on the front lines with an AK. Yeah, and we're gonna come in and help him.
So is this help me, period, and then let's stop Putin?
I think it's insinuating like he's involved in the war effort. Like he's a soldier or something, and he's doing what he can to stop Putin, but he needs us to help him. And it's like, all right, we got our problems here in this country, but I wish the best for you, little man. Yeah. Even though I doubt that I doubt this was even taken in. This probably taken in like Tennessee or something. Somebody in America probably took this into Los Angeles and just made this. I don't see no fact checking on this picture, so I don't believe it. Yeah. Also, it's spelled in English. How does this kid know English? If you in the Ukraine, ain't no way this little kid knows English enough to write that sign, and no way his handwriting is that good.
I'm about to say, did he even write that? Hey, we digging too deep into this.
We are. This is how random our podcast is, man. We talk about the randomest shit. Matt on YouTube said, "I feel old knowing Brooks and Dunn are still doing their thing." Yeah, I've heard of them for going way back, man.
Yeah, I went to the concert when they came to the rodeo last year. That was my first time knowing they do the was it Neon Moon? I think it's Neon Moon. Mm-hmm. Remember our guy, shout out to our friend of the show, Fat Tony.
Yeah.
On the remix with that and Blow the Whistle.
Okay.
He was doing Brooks and Dunn and Blow the Whistle.
Oh, yeah. That's right. With that viral video he did that DJ said he was doing.
Yeah. So that's the only and I didn't know it was them until somebody told me. And then that's what made me decide to go to the concert. But I didn't know they're still doing music.
Matt also said it's AI. You got to stop them, Putin. That probably is an AI picture. And it's scary how good AI has gotten.
Yeah, that looked like a real picture.
Yeah, but it probably is AI. It makes sense if it's AI.
Yeah.
He has 5 fingers, but they look kind of weird. His hand looks, that's probably AI. It looks weird.
Yeah.
Wait, I think his hand looks weird. That's probably AI. Oh, well.
Yeah.
I got fooled.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's our country breakdown, by the way. New group or duo of the year, the Red Clay Strays. I actually heard of them. I heard one song from them. My guy Nick Russo got me hip to him. But that's all we got.
Wait, who won album of the year? I missed that part.
Album of the year, let me see. It is Lainey Wilson.
Okay.
Lainey Wilson.
She playing, man.
Yeah, she killing it, apparently.
I don't believe it. Something's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah. She won artist songwriter of the year. Yeah. All the other stuff we don't give a shit about. We got promoter of the year.
Yeah, who else? Who's other
of the year?
Yeah, that's I guess she's a new Taylor Swift to country. I don't know, man. What's going on? And is she playing? Other new releases. I know we've been talking new releases for a while now. I mean, we got to get going. But I do want to talk about this because I think the campaign I see about this artist that's on this song is getting a little ridiculous. So the song "Timeless" with The Weeknd featuring Playboi Carti. It's a kind of old song now. It's been out for, I think it came out late last year.
Yeah,
it's been out for a few months now. And Dolce jumped on the remix. Also, there was some controversy with Doechii because there's a viral clip of her getting ready for the Met Gala where she is yelling at her team to get the right umbrella or some shit. I don't know. I didn't watch too much of it because I don't really care. But people were upset because she was apparently frustrated at her team and trying to get the right umbrella. Rude, which I mean, that just makes her a typical celebrity to me. I didn't care. To me, I'm only surprised when somebody is nice to their team. I'm like, wow, you're the exception. But
I got to ask you about somebody too while we after we finish with this. Speaking of rude.
Yeah, okay. Remember, type it down. Write a note.
All right.
I don't give a what did they say on Friday. Anyway, this song, Timeless, came out.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Write it. Take a picture. Write it. We didn't talk about their Making Another Friday officially as well. We got to bring that up too, because that officially is green lit, and I don't care about it, but we could talk about it for a second. Anyway, this song came out. Doechii jumped on it. I listened to it. I thought it was all right. Like, she did her thing. Look, she's a good rapper, and people keep throwing out industry plant. People keep throwing out because they're pushing her as artificial. My thing is, at least she's a good rapper.
Yeah.
It's worse to me when they pushing somebody like Ice Spice to the top.
Oh man.
Or is Sexy Red, like these people who really can't rap. If it's Glorilla and Doechii getting the push, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Because at least they can rap.
Yeah.
But everybody got upset about this remix. They said nobody asked for it. They said it's forced. They said it sucks. They said it's corny. And I just don't like, look, I don't like the obvious pushes that the media does. And like people said, the awards and stuff she gets is kind of, she hasn't been around long enough to really get that type of attention already. Plus, I don't think her fan base is as big as people want to, or they want us to think it is. But at the same time, like, there's nothing wrong with this song, man. I didn't see any issue with it. I think the over hate and the pushback on anything she does is getting a little ridiculous at this point.
Yeah, I agree with it too, because it wasn't that long ago where people was like, hey, have y'all heard of this girl named Doechii?
Yes.
She's really good. And this was before she redid the Gautier song, or people found out the Gautier song, but like a lot of people was like, man, she's really good. Y'all need to pay attention to her. And I ain't gonna lie, I was one of the people, I checked her out. I checked whatever project she dropped. And I was just like, I don't feel like listening to this in the car. Like, it was just a little too much for me to drive around and listen to in the car, because I got to a point, man. I'm only listening to R&B. I got to listen to something smooth, man. I'll listen to classic rock. But I was just like, man, I don't feel like listening to all of this technical rap type stuff, man. But I ain't gonna lie, she was good. It was good. But now I just feel like, for the simple fact she's all over the place, people just like throwing the word plant out there and all that stuff. And I wouldn't say she was a plant, but we talked about it last week. But I do feel like they found something in her, and they just hit the button, and they just like, oh, a lot of people like her. Let's put her to the front. Let's put her in the Met Gala. Make her win Album of the Year or whatever she won. Best New Art. I forgot what Grammy she won, but it seemed like they just sent the mass email and hit the red button that Drake was talking about. And it seemed like she's all over the place, man. Like, I don't think, like, she's not a bad rapper at all. However, I do wonder if she can come up with a hit. Like, what's a good hit for her, man? Because, like I said, all of the other stuff that I heard I think it's cool, but I'm wondering, can she make a smash hit? Because she got the Gautier song, Anxiety, which, I mean, is pretty much hers now at this point. So I ain't gonna knock her for it, but I wonder, like, she getting a lot of push. She kind of getting that Megan Thee Stallion push.
Yeah.
And I felt like Megan had some good songs, but I felt like reality kind of set in a little bit where people really wasn't checking for her like we thought she was, or like we thought people would be checking for her. So I wonder if Doechii got a hit, like a smash hit, where this is my hit. This is an original song, and people going, the hype is real type thing.
Yeah. I want to see like an organic hit come out so we know that she can do it. But like I said, if people have an issue with her, who is out there that's a better rapper than her right now? Honestly, like bar for bar, who deserves to be where she is right now in the game that we've heard of? I really can't think of anybody, man.
Yeah, I don't think she had. I don't think she had better bars, or I don't think Glorilla got better bars than her.
No,
Glorilla, she kind of
I
know
like
her
Glorilla,
lane.
but
she kind of know. She got a lane. Definitely not no Sexy Red.
Mm-hmm.
I think to me her bars she kind of up there to me with Doja Cat. I feel like I think she could get Doja Cat a run for her money. Doja Cat do more of the pop stuff, although Doechii could do some pop stuff, but she could get Doja Cat a run for her money. She kind of sounds similar to Nicki to me. So I don't know if Nicki is better. I don't know if she's better than Nicki, but I put her in that category a little bit. She just ain't got no hit songs like that.
Yeah. But it is also funny to me the hypocrisy of everybody talking about how all these female rappers just talk about the same thing and talk about sex and talk about whatever. Okay, you got a rapper who got bars and has more subject matter than that, and y'all hate her too.
This girl, she got a called anxiety.
Yes, they talk about some mental health things, talking about the stuff that male rappers do. I heard her on the West Side Gun Egypt remix, and she went in on that song, man.
That shit was hard, man. That's probably the one song I'm like, I'm gonna save this song.
Yeah.
That shit was hard. That's probably my favorite Doechii song or verse right now.
Nah, she went in, man. She killed that. She killed West Side Gun on his own track. So yeah, she could rap, and I don't understand I understand the pushback between the fake media push, but at some point it gets corny. They act like everything she does is whack, and it's not. Yeah. Anybody who listens to rap and hip hop, you can't say she can't rap. You can't say she doesn't deserve to have a spot on these tracks because she be going in. She could have mailed it in with the Timeless remix, and she didn't.
Yeah,
she's done a lot, and she's putting the work in. She's spitting. She's barring people up. I don't see the issue, man. I don't love her, but the over hate she's getting is getting annoying to me. Because people are just doing it to do it at this point.
Y'all just trying to find something to complain about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I see my boy David Brothers, aka Dub, in the YouTube chat. What's going on, David?
What's up, man?
What's up, man? I'm repping my. He knows what this is. He knows what it is. Now I'm not even gonna say what it is. He knows what that is. So other things that we gotta talk about this song. The song of the summer, maybe. So Kanye, people have been keeping up. It's kind of hard to keep up with him at this point because he's been kind of shadow banned off of everything.
Yeah.
He had a Twitch chat. What's up, Anthony? I see you on YouTube. God bless. 2 weeks back. Yeah, man. I told you we back at it. We back at it, man. We back at it. So yeah, Kanye is back. He's doing his Kanye thing, and he put out a new song, which, if you've been following what he's been talking about, is not surprising. But if you haven't, you might be shocked. A song called HH.
And what HH mean?
It stands for, I hope you don't get banned from Twitter, or not Twitter, from YouTube for saying this. But the song is called Hail Hitler. Heil Hitler, my bad. And
is it Heil?
Heil, yes.
Okay. I thought it was
German. Yes, a German word, I believe. Heil Hitler. And which basically means hail, I believe. It is a German thing. But yes, it is a song. I'm not even say it's a song about Hitler, but the chorus is about Hitler. Look, this song, I don't stand for none of that Nazi stuff. We talked about that before in this podcast. We need to stop acting like black people were cool, or Nazis were cool with black people. like they wanted us in the Nazi party or something. Yeah. But dog, why is the song so catchy? I don't know why he made it so. I don't know why he made this song so catchy, man. Oh yeah, if you look for this song on YouTube, the most things you see are like the reaction videos to it. It's hard to even see the video itself.
Really? Okay. I wonder what this is.
David says, so he didn't even do the work of writing a whole song about him. He just wanted the edgy part. Yeah, that's basically what it is. He talks about the song is funny in itself because if you listen to the song and the words, they have nothing to do with Hitler at all. He basically says, I can't see my kids, even with all the money I have. I'm a cuck because I like other men to have sex with my wife. They froze my bank account. So now I'm a Nazi. That's the entire song. That's all it's about. And he somehow, dog, and it's my question too. Now, it's one thing for Kanye to be a Nazi and say he's a Nazi, but somebody is helping him with this Nazi stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody shot this video. A professional videographer made this video. These guys did this video, and somebody made his bust down swastika chain that he's rocking now. So a jeweler had to make that.
Yeah.
Kanye ain't make this by himself. So I'm wondering, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Who's helping Kanye with this stuff, and why don't we know who they are?
The thing is, I think the last person that was on Kanye's side was Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah.
And I think for some reason, Ty Dolla $ign, I think the last thing Kanye did, Ty Dolla $ign was like, you know what? I don't stand for that. I'm like, oh, now you don't stand for it. Like, it's for you to not stand for it. You did like 3 hours with the dude. Yeah. But yeah, I think you kind of got like a lot of closet Kanye guys who, you know, they gonna help him, but I don't want to be in the public. Like, I don't want my name attached to it.
You're not going to find no album credits with anybody who helped produce this song, I'm sure. And even then, this song can't be released anywhere. He uploaded to SoundCloud and it instantly got taken down. Like, I'm talking about within a minute. People still somehow got the song, but dog, it was taken down super quick. And even this YouTube video is just people re-uploading it.
Yeah.
And because, it's been banned from everything. It's not going to be on Spotify, Apple Music, anything like that. So, it's very, very interesting. But the sad thing is the production on the song itself isn't bad. Like, the production on the song is not bad, man. But the content is just ridiculous. It's to the point where it's actually funny. This really feels like a Chappelle Show skit that we're watching in real life. And we just don't know it, that it's a satire thing. But it's just ridiculous, man. This world just continues to make me laugh in general. And now we have Kanye with the Hitler song.
Yeah, you can't make it up either, man. It's just like, man, it seems like he's doing everything he could to get canceled.
Yep.
And I think this is probably the most canceled he ever been.
Yep.
But I mean, I think the last thing I seen was, I guess, whatever album he dropped. Was it Donda 2 or? No, I don't think it was Donda 2. I forgot what Bully. It was some album.
Bully. I think he dropped
whatever album.
Something. Yeah.
Whatever album it was. I think it sold like 5,000 the first.
That was Donda 2. Yeah,
Donda 2. Okay, 5,000 the first week. I think 20K or something like that, and people were celebrating. I'm just like, man, like, dog, he still got fans out there that's willing to support. You still got people rocking this shit. So I haven't seen nobody rock that Hitler shirts and all that stuff that he be doing, but
like, he sold a swastika shirt, but nobody's actually gonna be bold enough to wear that in public.
Man, why would you wear that, man? Like, there's no way in hell I will wear that. Like, I will rock some Yeezys, but there's no way I'm rocking that crap, man. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, and I don't know if he's selling the Black Klans hoodie he wore for that DJ Academics video too, but
God,
it's at the point where he's just like a kid trying to say the edgiest thing he can say to get people upset, and it's absurd. But like I said, production wise, somebody called this song like the evil version of All the Lights. The production really sounds very cinematic, man. It doesn't sound like he mailed it in. And I guess this sounds like production wise better than anything I heard on Vultures 1 or 2. So maybe this subject matter is just close to his heart and he actually put his all into it. But yeah, it's absurd. Kanye is just, I have no words for him anymore, man. It's absurd.
How do you feel about him admitting that he messed around with his cousin?
Yeah. I don't know why.
What's funny is I feel like nobody really batted an eye on that. Like, I don't know if people just believe it or they just think he's trolling, trying to get attention.
That's the thing. Some people think he's playing some kind of 4D chess and just trying to shock people. But I mean, why would you lie about that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just like, dog, you need that much attention? So yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess nobody really gave him that much attention either. Like, he did the tweets, he did the song, which was kind of weird.
Yeah.
And it seemed like nobody stopped what they was doing. It ain't really get the headlines like that. It's just, I mean, outside of people on Twitter just talking about it, but it seemed like it didn't really get the attention.
I mean, the stuff that was coming out from what he was saying, I still remember, I think it was Iggy Azalea was doing the stream, and she was talking about how when she met Kanye the first time, and he was just real weird. He was like, I bet your boyfriend's dick is big. Like, that was like the first thing she said to her. And he was like trying to figure out how big it was. And he was doing some stuff, and he admits to being a cuck, and he admits to having like having other men have sex with his wife. So him admitting that he did some stuff like this to me is not surprising at this point for me, man, because he had been admitting some strange stuff way before that. And I figured he had, I'm just saying I'm not surprised that information came out. But yeah, it's at this point, Kanye has said everything shocking there is to say. So there's really nothing he can say that will bat an eye anymore at this point. So the Jay-Z kid thing was ridiculous. After that, I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
that tweet, and even he regrets saying that. He actually apologized. That's the one thing he apologized for saying. But that was the one thing where I'm like, okay, he can't go further down than this.
Yeah.
That was absolute rock bottom, calling out his kids and saying that they were, special. I'm not gonna say the word, but it was rough. So at this point, he's tapped out of shock value.
Yeah.
At this point, for me.
Yeah, it's no big deal. Like when I seen that, I guess what he said about his cousin, I was just like, oh, okay. like it was not even shocking to me. I was just like, man, like this is sad.
Yep.
Like, this is sad.
So yeah, I will know. I wonder if we'll ever hear anybody play the song in public though. I wonder, like, if he ever does a show, will the show instantly get shut down when he does this song? Will he just be banned from performing ever again?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't know if he gonna what place is gonna let him perform like that. Because I don't see, because remember I think the last time he was performing, he was doing a lot of like arenas and stuff. I don't know if he's gonna do arenas and stadiums and stuff. Definitely not stadiums at this point.
He had to be on a street corner somewhere and have like an impromptu show.
Yeah, or he gonna have to buy a building and just bring the concert there. Or on his North Dakota, wherever he was at. That land, where was that at? North Dakota or
Wisconsin or something?
Yeah.
I can't remember. But
Indiana, I don't know, but he gonna have to do something like that because I don't see especially these companies and Live Nations and all. Like I just see these companies like, nah, we don't want nothing to do with this.
Yep.
I see everybody trying to keep their hands clean.
Yep. So I don't know what's gonna happen after this, man. But like I said, can't go any further down than this. I think he is rock bottom at this point.
Yeah.
David said Ty Dolla $ign out here writing for him still. I wouldn't be surprised if these people who supposedly there's probably some people who supposedly disowned him who are still working with him. I feel. And we just don't know it.
And honestly, like at the end of the day, I mean, people still look at it as Kanye. So if Kanye reach out to you, be like, hey, I want you to work on my album. Unless you don't need him at all, you probably gonna be like, all right, it's Kanye. like right now, if Kanye was to reach out to us, be like, hey, you want to hop? Hey, I want to hop on the podcast. I might consider it.
No, we get banned instantly from YouTube.
Yeah, I would definitely check with you. Be like, hey, do you want to do this or what?
We'd have to do it on a different stream, probably Kick or some place we couldn't get banned because we'd instantly get banned on YouTube because he's gone on people's streams and they've gotten banned instantly on Twitch. Damn. So yeah, there's no way we could actually do it on our YouTube channel. Yeah, but look, I'd be down to talk to the man, but it's as soon as he gets on that bullshit.
Yeah, I kind of see how I go. Honestly, I think I'm at a point where I'm like, man, maybe I'll try to call him out a little bit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
He would instantly walk out. That's the thing. Yeah. That's what he does now. He just walks out of interviews. So our interview would probably be like 45 seconds long. Yeah. I'd ask him, why the fuck is he a black Nazi and he just leave or something? So, man. David also said he uploaded to SoundCloud and they instantly went full AI. Yeah, I'm sure there's like some auto detect on some of these sites, man, because there's no way a moderator was just around at the same second where that shit was uploaded. So I'm sure they have some kind of filter where they knew, hey, when this song comes out, block it.
Yeah.
Matt on YouTube says he's that edgy kid in the neighborhood trying to get attention from the grown-ups. Yeah, pretty much at this point. He's just trying to do anything for attention. And back then, it was enough to just say Beyonce had the greatest video of all time.
Yeah.
But now that won't even get you 100 views on Twitter.
Yeah.
You got to be way more extreme to get noticed in these times.
Yeah.
So this is why he's gone this whole Nazi, gay cousin, cuck route, and it's just pathetic. But
yeah, it's sad, man.
What can you do?
Yeah.
Anyway, other things happening this week. Where we last left off in our podcast, the Rockets were still in a series against the Golden State Warriors.
They were actually playing as we were doing the podcast, and they won that game. It was Friday. They won that game.
That was game 6. They went back to Houston, where you would think the Rockets had the advantage. They could close it out, finally shut up the Draymond Green, and end this losing 5 times we've faced them recently in recent years, have not won a series in the playoffs. You think it's going to be the time we break the curse. It was not. The Rockets lost. Golden State advances. All the Jalen Green's strongest soldiers have crumbled.
Yeah.
After the game, I did not see one positive tweet about Jalen Green after the series was over, man. His strongest soldiers who held through all these 4 seasons. He struggled and then looked good, then struggled, then looked good, then struggled.
My dog, Kevin Walker, shout out to Kevin Walker, Beltway Boys on Twitter, a friend of the show who's a Drake stan, and that's saying a lot. Even him was like, yeah, he probably ain't going to be here next year, man. It's probably over with for a salute. I'm like, oh, you giving that one too? I'm like, oh, it's real because he was a Jalen Green stan, man. Like, he was out here fighting for Jalen Green. When I seen he was over it, I'm like, oh, yeah. That brother had, I think, 11 points or whatever, 38 the second game. Then it was like 8, 9, 11 or 12, whatever. I'm like, oh, he ain't doing nothing, man.
Yeah, man. It's, I don't know. I think it might be, I don't want to say it's over for him because, like, we don't know what the GM's going to do. We don't know if we actually have a chance to get a Kevin Durant or a Giannis. Or if that's what they want to do, man, because you have to gut pretty much the entire team for a Giannis. And Durant, you have to give up some key pieces. You can't keep Segun and Amin Thompson. One of them got to go. So, yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. They might just run it back, try to get some experience with the team, or fuck it. I don't know. We'll have to see. But
yeah, I think Jalen, and I was talking about this on the show. I think Jalen Green, like, I think he's fine. I think he's fine, but you can't count on him as the number one guy, like the guy to carry you. Like, I think he's a good like player on the team. Like, if he could give you 38, that's good. But also don't depend on him to give you 38. Like, Like some nights he gonna come up with 12. Like that, it's kind of like, to me, I kind of look at him as like an Andrew Wiggins. Like Andrew Wiggins, that brother, he keep getting the contract, but you don't see Andrew Wiggins carrying the team. So you got to find somebody that can kind of take over when needed. I don't think he's that person to take over, but he could give you one night. He could give you 42, or he could average 18 to 21 points. That's fine. But if you need somebody to take you to the promised land, somebody to take over, I don't think he that guy, and that's fair. That's cool. Ain't no point in trying to make him that guy.
I mean, to me, the issue is, okay, everybody's going to struggle, and the coaches have been doing some PR work for him too, talking about, well, the Warriors actually took him out the game. They had this defensive coverage on him. I'm like, okay, but if you're what we're supposed to believe he is, you got to affect the game in other ways if you're not scoring. You know, you got to open up lanes for assists. You got to do something defensively.
Yeah.
But if you're just an empty hole when you're not scoring, I don't see what point you serve if you can't do anything in the playoffs if you have a bad game, or if you constantly get shut down for 6 out of 7 games in a series. I don't know, man.
Yeah, the other thing I kept seeing was people kept saying, oh, they blitzing them, so, ain't nothing he can do. That other people got to step up. I'm like, if blitzing somebody, whatever that is, if that's the key to stop somebody, like every team need to do that to the best player on the team. There, like otherwise,
only he is the one affected
about that. Like I'm sure people tried to blitz Steph Curry before, or I'm sure people tried to do that to Anthony Edwards or other stars. But like they find other ways. Like they eventually get going. I'm not saying you gonna ball out every single night, but if that's all you got to do to just to take him out the game, then every team need to do that to him. Do that move. Then, like I said, man, like he's good when he's scoring, 30 plus, but when he's off, that brother, he's just an extra body on the court, man. He ain't even doing nothing.
Yep. And that's the issue, man. Like at some point, we got to move on to being a playoff contending team, not just a team that's happy to get in the playoffs. I know there's been for years we struggled to even get there. Now we're here, 2nd seed. And that's another thing too. I don't like people saying this was a good season. Like it was a good season. It's okay. It's a good season. A 2 seed losing to a 7 seed is an upset. I don't care about the championship pedigree and experience. A 2 seed losing to a 7 seed is a disappointment. It's an upset.
Yeah.
Right. We're supposed to be the better team here. And we had home court, and it was 7 games, and the 7th game was at our house, and we lost.
Yeah. And
to me, that's not a good season, man.
And not to mention, I felt like I was watching the game in the 90s. I felt like I was watching the Magic and the Bulls, man. And these dudes wasn't even cracking 100 points.
Yeah, I think game 1 was rough.
Yeah, man, all these games was rough. Like, y'all was over here averaging 85 points a game in 2025. Well, all of that offense was bad, man. I just think, man, they definitely had the chance to win. And Golden State, I know they got Steph Curry, but Golden State ain't the same team, man. They were struggling offensively too. I think at one point Steph might have had like 30 plus. Jimmy Butler had like 25, and that was it. And I think they won the game 95 to something. And I'm just like, man, dog, if you could get 25 points out of Jalen Green, you probably win that series. So I just that was a big letdown, man. Like it'd be one thing if it was just so competitive that they couldn't pull it off and all that stuff. And Steph Curry's going crazy. Golden State wasn't even going crazy, man. It was so beatable. So I just don't get how you could I understand you getting into the playoffs the first time in 5 years. I understand that, but I just can't walk around happy at least we made the playoffs. Oh, y'all was the 2nd seed.
Yes.
And one of your stars or your stars didn't show up, man. So it's hard to kind of walk around confident, like, yeah, it's cool. We made the playoffs though.
Yeah. I don't like that feeling. I could see if we were like the 5th or 6th seed or a team that barely made it in. Yeah, I get it. Especially after not making the playoffs last season. I get it. But no, the expectations were high. At least they should have been, given the potential of this team and how they played in the regular season, how many wins they got. You would think, and this Warriors team is, I know they look good on paper because they have the big names, but I feel like they're more gettable now than they've ever been.
They are very gettable, man.
And they didn't close it out.
Yeah, they offense is like outside of Steph Curry. It seemed like nobody doing. Draymond is not the same, man. All he is an extra body that can play defense. Like that brother ain't scoring or nothing, man.
Prime Klay Thompson is not walking through that door, man.
Nope. I mean, outside of Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry, who you got? But Gary Payton Jr. Or Gary Payton the second or whatever. Like, nah, that's not the same Warriors team, man. Man, if they had a little bit of offense, man, they will be playing right now.
Yep. Matt says Game 7 was such a letdown after how much these guys fought back down 3-1. Yeah, that kind of made it feel like it was a waste of time. I hate you fight back down 3-1. You really think you got a chance to get it. The last game is at home. Decked out, everybody there in red repping, and you lose at home to the Warriors.
Yeah, it was so gettable, man. Yeah. Like it was so gettable. Even the games they lost, it's like, man, they should have won this game.
They're so close. And then the last game was not close. So
yeah. I will say I am happy that they're at least competitive at this point, man. And they got, some people, some good players right now. I think they just need somebody that can take over, man.
Yeah, like I said, I don't want to make that decision for the GM because I don't know what to do. I don't know if you just roll the dice and keep this young team out there, or if you go ahead and get somebody like a Durant or somebody who can close out games when you need to in the playoffs.
But he like 36, man.
Yeah, that's true. We just got to get him there.
Yeah, at that point, man, you got to win a championship, man.
That's true.
Because I don't know how long he got left.
That's true. I don't know. That's why I said I don't want to make these decisions, man. I don't want to make them. Whatever they do, we'll see how it goes. But there's no clear-cut right answer to me. I think either way is a gamble. Yeah. You could roll out with these guys and they'll never get you there. Or maybe they will. Who knows, man? It's tough. You never know in the NBA.
Yeah.
In other NBA news, first we got to talk about, and I don't know if David Brother is still here too, because this is his team and this is his guy. He is a Golden State Warriors fan. But we got to talk about Draymond Green real quick.
Yeah.
The persecuted, hated on, just the target of everybody. And the new look, I said racism was back because Shador went in the 5th round. Now it's super back because Draymond Green has blamed people making him out to be a dirty player or aggressive player. He said they're making him out to be the angry black man.
Yeah, you want to see this real quick?
Go ahead, play the clip, man.
All right, yeah.
Dub said he ain't trying to talk no trash. Yeah, all right. You ain't got to talk your shit now. The series is over. We're going to talk our shit because we ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
I can't hear.
Can't hear it?
Nah.
Okay, hold on. Get it again.
Yeah, got to see what old see, Draymond Green's beard is why I'm trying to cut mine entirely, man, because I don't like this salt and pepper ass look of all the gray hairs. Look at that shit, man. He looked like he's 45.
Yeah. Motherfucker only 34.
Yeah.
Some shit. All right, here we go.
You look like the angry black man. I'm not an angry black man. I'm a very successful, educated black man with a great family.
We go.
And I'm great at basketball. I'm great at what I do. The agenda to try to keep making me look like an angry black man is crazy. I'm sick of it. It's ridiculous.
I mean, you punch your teammate. Like all the things, like does he think we're blind? We don't remember things, or we're just stupid and no matter what, you can't say anything against a black player, even though the league is 95% black.
Man, my thing is like, dog, like that's not even the right way to use the whole angry black man thing. Because usually when people talk about the angry, stereotype me as an angry black man is more off the court type stuff, or kind of, if a black man is always loud, or if they've been in a couple situations where they got into it with somebody, and let's say for instance the whole Will Smith thing, like he did the slap, he had some other incidents too, and somebody might be like, oh yeah, he's always he's very aggressive, that type of thing. Like I can see where you'd be like, oh, you trying to paint him as the angry black man, but he had incidents outside of his profession. But dog, you got highlight reels of being aggressive on the court, man. Like, dog, you are playing ridiculous. You playing like a wild boy. So, like, nah, like, ain't nobody trying to paint no narrative. You painting the narrative. You got the paintbrush in your hand, bro.
Look, everybody has choked out Rudy Gobert. Ain't nothing new. Everybody's done it at least once or twice.
Yeah, you people in the nuts.
Kicking people like Bruce Lee when you come down with a rebound.
Hitting people in the face. Yeah, no, it's ridiculous, man. I couldn't believe he did that.
I'm not surprised because that's right out of like the LeBron playbook, man. Or the Westbrook. Remember when people when Westbrook was getting hated on one of the Lakers when he was just terrible, and people were like, "This is the man you're making fun of." And they post a picture of his family. Or when LeBron disappoints and does something goofy in the playoffs, you got to remind him that he's a charitable guy who opened a school.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, these things that's right out the LeBron playbook, man. These new players, that's what they do now. They throw out all the stuff they do outside of basketball.
Yeah,
and it's like, okay, that's great, but we're talking about basketball here, man. And you got a rap sheet, and really you've gotten. I think if any other player who wasn't on the Warriors did what he was doing, they'd be suspended for a long time, maybe just banned from the fucking game, man. But they give him a long ass leash, and he still whines about it. Matt says, "I wonder if Dre was trying to get ejected." There's a theory that whenever Steph is missing a game, that Draymond tries to get ejected because he don't want to play without Steph. That's been a theory for a long time.
I believe that theory
because it seems like in games where Stephen Curry is not playing, he's extra aggressive, and people believe that he tries to get ejected because he doesn't want to play without Steph. And
I believe that.
It could be true, man. It could be true. You got to look at the tape of all the times it's happened, but it seems pretty consistent. I don't know. We got to ask David. And David said he wasn't mad when he did that. Yeah, man. I'm sure he does Buddhist meditations and stuff before games.
Yeah.
Just tries to his spirit.
Yeah, I think part of the issue too, man. I think Steve Kerr kind of driving the narrative too.
Yeah,
like, remember he was talking about. I think it was in round one against the Rockets. I guess they was chanting "fuck Draymond" or something like that. The crowd. Mm-hmm. He was just trying to make it all sentimental, and it's just like, dog, did you see what he did on the court not that long ago? Like, of course the crowd is going to chant that. Like Amen Thompson was laying on the ground, man. Like he got knocked down or hit by Amen Thompson, or no, he hit Amen Thompson, and he was on the ground. Like, of course, people gonna be pissed off about that. And it's not like this was the first and only time you did that. Like, come on, man. Like, why y'all trying to make it deeper than what it is? Y'all just refuse to look at the way he play on the court. Like, that's crazy.
Steve Kerr has to be the whiniest coach. And look, there's been a lot of whiny ass coaches. He's got to be the worst one. He's always whining about something, man. And it's cool when he's talking about like injustice in the world. I know he was one of the big ones who was talking about the stuff that happened to George Floyd and all that stuff. That's good when he's advocating for things that are happening in real life. But this basketball stuff, he whines about everything, man. He whined about the season is too long and they should cut games. He said that. He whined about people targeting, I think it was Steph Curry's thumb when he was hurt. Somebody got his thumb injured, and he was like, it's unfair, and I hope they change that. You can't target somebody's injury. If you out there and they know something's hurt, they're going to target it, man. He acts like he didn't play in the 90s. That's another thing, too. He acts like he didn't play in the 90s when this stuff was just commonplace.
Or punch you in the face, man.
He always got to be this damn hippie about everything, man, in the game of basketball. It's like, dog, I don't want to hear that whining. He said Jason Kidd. Okay, fair enough. Jason Kidd was pretty whiny.
Okay.
But I feel like Steve Kerr, maybe it's because we've seen more of Steve Kerr, especially in the playoffs. So we see more of his conferences, but he's got to be the most annoying coach I think I've ever seen, man. I really can't stand him. Every time I see him in a clip he's talking about, he's whining about some bullshit that's not even worth addressing. It just annoys me, man.
Yeah.
We got to shorten the season. Yeah, because y'all wanted to keep the fucking record of saying 2-10 forever, or 73-9.
73-9.
Of course, you wanted to shorten the season now because you wanted that to be untouchable.
Yeah. Nah, it was ridiculous. I had it with Steve Kerr when he was talking about Draymond, like, oh, I can't believe, I think the crowd took it too far. And he got kids and all that stuff. Like, bro, the kids is watching him play. The kids is watching him kick players and swing on players and stuff. Like, come on, man. Like, let's forget all the violin stuff. Don't cue the violin. Like, come on. Just look at him play on the damn court. That's crazy, man. And I understand trying to defend your players and stuff.
Yeah, coach is gonna do that, but he always, he takes it too far.
Yeah, you ain't. Come on, man. Like, don't act like you don't see what's going on. Like, I would lean into it, be like, hey, it's cool. Draymond feeds off of the crowd and all that. Just go with it. Don't try to win them some brownie points and try to make people feel sad for him.
Nah, he is super annoying with that, man. He's just, like I said, this hippie guy who just wants love and peace on the basketball court at all times. And everybody should just be just sunflowers and rainbows and all this bullshit, man. I'm getting sick of it, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
In other NBA news, we've got the Pacers up 2 games versus the Cavaliers, man. What's going on with the Cavs?
Man, they looking like the 2015, 2016 Atlanta Hawks. Regular season ass team. They're actually playing right now, and I wanted to say, so they up 93-75, and it's towards the end of the third quarter. I wanted to say, oh yeah, they got this game, but I said that the last game 2.
Yeah.
And they blew that shit. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. Say like they caught the injury bug at the last minute. And it ain't looking too well, man.
Yeah. I haven't watched the series, so I don't know, but I thought it'll be even by now. I didn't think it'd be looking like this. I don't want to see the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals, man. We gotta do something.
Imagine Pacers and Knicks.
Yeah, dog. The worst case scenario for the NBA Finals is the Pacers and the Nuggets. That would have to be the lowest rated in history.
Man. Yeah. Somebody
said the Pacers might be the first NBA team to win a championship on ESPN2. They don't even put that on ABC in prime time, man. They're gonna put that on ESPN2 or ESPNU.
Man.
So Adam Silver got to do something if it looks like it's going that way.
Yeah, we got at least keep it Thunder. We need Cavs and Thunder, man. At least the best teams in each conference
with some young talent and the future of the NBA. You gotta have something like that, man. You were even Ant and the Timberwolves. I can see them being in the finals.
Yeah, I'm down with that, man.
We got to have some real star power, man.
Yeah.
David said you got to dip, but glad we're back. Thanks for the show. Appreciate that, man. Good to see you back as well, man. Appreciate that. Other stuff. Okay, Celtics. Oh, we talking enough NBA. We talking about
enough.
Yeah. We don't care now that the Rockets are out. I don't care who wins. Who gives a shit? football season coming soon, man.
Yeah.
Other news of things we've watched. Now, I did see there's a new documentary on Netflix called Shooting Guards. It's about the Gilbert Arenas and Javaris Critton and the incident back in the early 2000s when
the guns drawn
the guns in the locker room. And did you see this, by the way, Figgy?
I didn't see, I know about it. I didn't see it though. I saw the trailer when it first dropped.
I was interested in it, so I watched it with the day it came out.
Okay.
And I thought it was actually really good, man. I liked it. It did not make Crittenton look good. I think they were trying to paint him in a good light at first, but then when you see what he did and the family it affected, it looks pretty bad on him, man. And the fact that he got out after 10 years.
Yeah.
First, he killed somebody.
Yep.
And he got out to 10 years, and that family is still struggling. He was in that documentary with designer clothes and a fancy ass car, man. It looked like he was in a fucking mansion.
Damn.
And the family he affected looked like they were just down and out. So very sad on that part. Gilbert Arenas was hilarious as usual. The funny thing about Gilbert is he's somebody who's very like he's self-aware, and I think he's a smart guy, but he's also super ignorant at the same time, and he don't care that he's ignorant.
Yeah.
Because basically he said some shit like during the interviews for the draft, when you meet with the team or the heads of the teams are out and you answer questions, he said when somebody asked him what he wants to be in the NBA, he said he wants to be a pimp. And somebody said, can you clarify that? I didn't hear that. What do you mean? And so he said, excuse me, I'm sorry. I want to be an international pimp. And then he talked about how he dropped from like the first round to the second and how he thought that was wrong. But then he admits that it was because of the answer he gave and he looked immature. And then he said he'd do it again if he could. So, but I think it's worth watching, man, especially if you're remember that time. I forgot how big of a story it was. It was so long ago.
I remember that shit too.
But it is very interesting. You see the background. I didn't know Gilbert Arenas didn't know his mom. That was crazy to me. And yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff in that documentary that I didn't know. So I think it's worth watching, man. So if y'all want to check it out, it's on Netflix right now. So go ahead and watch.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna check that out. I've been meaning to check it out. I ain't know when it came out. I remember when the trailer dropped. But yeah, I'm gonna check this out, man. That dude, yeah, that dude, the other guy, what was it?
Critton.
Yeah, he went through a lot of shit, man, since that incident.
Yeah,
I think he like you say, went to jail for a minute. He was in a gang.
Yeah,
he was just he was doing some wild stuff. Like, damn, man.
Yeah, it was weird because he didn't seem like that kind of guy at first, but then I think when he went to LA and he didn't know nobody, he just started getting in that element.
Yeah,
and it was funny how he tried to explain how he got into Crips because he was like, well, you know, you might not be blood related brothers, but you still brothers. And then when your brother puts you on. I'm like, you paid to get jump in the set just like everybody else in LA that comes through did, man. You did the Chris Brown, okay? Yeah. Don't sit there and act like you was somehow from Atlanta. You came to LA and you knew people and got on like that. Nah, man, you paid to get put on the set. So whatever. But yeah, it's a good documentary. I recommend people watch it if you can.
Yeah.
Dominic on YouTube said, always supporting my guy Figgy all the way from Jersey. You as well, Rocket.
Dominic from New Jersey.
What's going on, man? Dominic?
That's my guy, bro. Man.
Hell yeah, man. Now, is that you or Hulk Hogan next to you?
No, so that's Dominic on the left.
Okay.
On the red, that's my guy, Ultimate Fan.
Okay, I thought that was Ultimate Warrior for a second.
Yeah, no, he actually liked the Ultimate Warrior. He go by the Ultimate Fan.
Okay.
That's my guy Steve, man. Shout out to Steve.
Okay, so now Steve, you got to change your name like the Warrior did, okay? Or else you fake. The Ultimate Warrior actually changed his name to Warrior.
Really?
His first and last name, I think. So he was Warrior.
I was trying to, man, honestly, I was trying to change my name to Figgy. My real name, my first name, Figgy.
Yep.
My wife was like, hell no. No. She said, not only is that stupid, but I would have to get all the paperwork changed and social security cards and all that stuff. I was dead serious. Yeah.
Oh man.
Hell no, she is not buying that.
I think if you got to a point where you were like very famous and people really only knew you as Figgy, it would be worth it. But you like that is a lot of work to do, I think, to change your name, man. So
yeah, the thing is, though, man, like nobody called me by my real name.
Yeah,
like she's the only person, and some people in her family called me by my real name. Like my family don't call me by my real name, and it's very confusing at times because whenever I go to events, usually I write my name Figgy Fig, you know, keep it that way. But whenever I'm going to like a Texas event or something like that, I walk in and like, what's your name? And I'm like, is it under Figgy? And like, no, is it under Edward? Is it under this? So I'm like trying to figure. I'm throwing out like 3 different names, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, man, like might as well just go with Figgy, man. Even at Starbucks, the manager that was working there at the time, he knew me from the radio station, and he put my name in the system under Figgy and then my last name. So I'm just like, man, we might as well keep it that, man. Like, it's like nobody called me by my real name.
Except your wife, right?
Yes, that's it.
Now, I hate to be misogynistic, but look, this is a woman thing because I go through it too as somebody who goes by mainly Rockett. The women I mess with want to call me Ryan. They want to be different.
Yes.
All my friends call me Rockett. Everybody I know, my family calls me Ryan because we're all last name Rockett, of course.
Yeah.
But everybody I know outside of my family calls me Rockett. But the girls I mess with, they want to say Ryan.
Yeah.
They want to say, hey, Ryan. And I'm like, it isn't a noise. Like, y'all just trying to want to be the different one.
Yeah.
Like
that's how she was, because at the time, like when I met her, I told her my name, and she, I don't use nicknames.
Yeah.
And I wasn't that guy that made up my own nickname and trying to go with it. I was like, this what everybody called me. My family called me that. Don't nobody call me my real. She wanted to be the one to call me by my real name and around her family. So now her family calling me by my real name. I'm like, my mother don't even call me by my real. It's people in my family that don't even know my real name. So
she's trying to humble you, man. She's trying to humble you.
That's what
it is. Keep you grounded. Like, oh, you ain't a superstar to me. You just Edward.
Yeah. And that's I think that's what it was. She ain't gonna say it, but that's what it was.
100%. That is what it is, man.
And then now when she be around my family, she see everybody call me. You know, my family call me Bootman. So that they call me that. Like I don't even think they joke around, call me Figgy because they think I'm all famous now. But yeah, now she around my family. Now whenever she say Bootman around my family, I'm like, see, like, why you can't call me Bootman? Everybody else call me that. So like trying to act like she too good for nicknames.
No, the 100%. That's law. I ain't like Gary Edward. You ain't famous to me, motherfucker. You just Edward. That's how they are, man. That's how they are. They want to be like, I'm not gonna call you by no nickname. You Ryan, you Edward. Okay, whatever.
And she didn't realize like I'm Edward the Third, and my dad go by Eddie, Edward, Ed. He go by all of that. So it's a reason why people don't call me. People in my family don't call me that.
I bet like celebrities go through that too. I do wonder. Like, did the girls that Future mess with, do they call him Nevadius or whatever his real name is? Dog, speaking of the Warriors, I remember there was one awkward clip where I didn't even know Stephen was not Steph Curry's name.
Is that Wardell?
Wardell, yeah. Wardell. There was a journalist who asked him a question. He called him Wardell. And Steph was like, "What the fuck?" It's like, what are you trying to do? You trying to prove your his mama named him Clay? I'm gonna call him Clay. Is that type of shit you're on?
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. That's like CJ Stroud. I think his real name is Coleridge. Coleridge Stroud Jr. Like, I'm look sitting there calling the man Coleridge. Like, dog, get with the program. Everybody calling him CJ.
Dog. And again, this reminds me of another thing that annoys me. Michael Wilbon will not call Magic Johnson Magic. He calls him Irvin.
Yes.
Every time. He's the only person. I'm sure his family don't call him Irvin.
Yeah.
Magic is like the one sports nickname where it's overtaken his name completely, and you only know him as Magic.
Yes.
But Michael Wilbon, for some reason, calls him Irvin every single time he talks about Magic Johnson. And it's like, what the fuck are you trying to prove, man? Y'all are childhood friends or some shit? Because y'all not. Yeah. What is this? Irvin, come on, man.
Yeah. I do actually have a homeboy who he know my nickname and all that shit. But whenever he do talk to me, he tried to be different and say, "Hey, what's up, Edward?" It's just like, dog, I know what you're trying to do, man.
Yeah.
You see everybody out here calling me this, so you want to be different. You want to act like, oh, you know me.
Or that's really him trying to downplay you, like you ain't special to me, nigga.
Exactly.
That's really what it is. Passive aggressive bullshit.
Yeah, he did that with somebody else too. It was somebody that we grew up with who ended up being famous. And I think she was on like what's that tattoo show? It's Black Ink.
Yeah.
Ink. What was her name? I forgot her damn name. Shit, I forgot her name.
I didn't watch that show. I don't even know.
Yeah, I forgot her name. But he was like now that she all kind of famous and known, he was calling her by her real name. I'm just like, bro, come on, man. You wouldn't call it her fucking real name before. So it's just like, all right, man. Yep. Like people just insecure.
Yep. And of course, to wrap this up, it reminds me of the Dipset Lawrence Fishburne thing. Your name is Larry.
Yeah. Larry. That's one of my favorite stories, man.
That was so funny, man.
Your name is Larry.
Like, why of all people to diss? Why Lawrence Fishburne? Why diss him?
Yeah. What's up, Larry?
Funny, man.
Yeah. I know if I ever see him in person, I'm not calling him Larry.
Hell nah, man. That's too funny, though.
Yeah.
Other news that happened, we got a new pope.
Yeah. Cue up the cue up the Chief Keef.
Yes.
Chicago.
We got a U.S. I think the first U.S. born pope ever. His name was Robert Prevost, but now it is Leo the 14th. So I forget they changed your name like NF Doom or something when you become pope. So yeah, man. We have a new U.S. born pope who was actually at the World Series in 2005 when the Astros were against the White Sox. People found a picture of that. So yeah, very interesting. If you are a Catholic, I guess.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't really care.
Yeah. I do think it's kind of weird too, because I feel like every time you get another pope, then you obviously be from another country, so you don't know anything about him. But it seems like everybody is coming out the woodwork. It's like, oh yeah, I went to college with him, or it's like all of these other people. And I think it was somebody on a live stream at one point talking about him, and he said he was romantically involved with somebody's mom or something, like back in the day or something. I'm like, damn, like everybody coming out the woodworks with stories of them. You usually don't get that. But now it's like so relatable. Like, they was talking about how it was rumors that he was from the South Side, but he was a Cubs fan. And his brother came out of nowhere like, no, he wasn't a Cubs fan. He was a White Sox fan. Our mom was a Cubs fan, and dad was a Cardinals fan. And I'm just like, man, this is so weird, man.
Who gives a fuck? He's a pope. He's not the pope of football or baseball.
But for the simple fact that he out here in these streets, and it's just like, damn, everybody has some type of run-in with him, and we just getting all this access. Oh yeah, I know who he is. I went to school with him. Or we used to do this together. We went to college together. So that part is kind of weird, man.
It is crazy if you like grew up with the Pope. And because that'll actually fuck me up. You know, some things if there's a future president, there's really no chance we would be around him.
Yeah,
like Obama went private schools and all this shit. There's really no chance we grow up with him. But this Pope, I guess, was like a regular guy at some point. So you definitely could have just hung out with the Pope. And you look at this dude now, he's a Pope, and you look at yourself, and you're like, shit.
Yeah.
If I did whatever he did to get there, I could have been there too. Damn.
Yeah, if I could have hung around him, I would at least been in the running. I would have been in the running.
Yeah, damn, that has to hurt, man. Like he was a regular guy at some point, and now he's a Pope.
Yeah, and from Chicago out of all places.
Matt said Leo from Chi-Town. Yeah, I'm sure his friends are calling him Bob. Just like we talked about, they don't call him Leo. Like his name is Bob. Bob from Chicago.
Your name is Larry. Yeah. Did you see how he came out to the Alan Parsons?
No, I didn't see that part. I didn't actually see the proceeding.
He came out to the Chicago Bulls theme song.
Oh, wait, I thought that was an edit. Did that actually happen?
I think that did happen.
Oh, that would be hilarious if it did. But I thought somebody edited that because they found out he was from Chicago.
No, I think that did happen. I wish somebody added him to the Chi Key song.
Oh, speaking of which, it was announced that the NBC, which will be airing the NBA next year, will be doing the player intros and broadcasting them.
Okay.
Do you think this is a good idea? I feel like in this social media era, people will be too extra with it. And it will get way too dramatic and silly, but hopefully it's good. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like they're trying to bring back that aura that used to be back in the day, especially with NBC. You know, the themes NBA on NBC song gonna come back on. And so I think they definitely trying to take advantage of that feeling. At first, for a minute, I kind of got to the point where I'm like, man, is this song just overhyped? Like everybody just keep bringing the song up, but the song do kind of give me a good feeling. Like every time I hear that song, I just think about Michael Jordan versus Reggie Miller and just all these players in the 90s, how it was always fun. And I think they're gonna try to do everything they can to make it like that. Try to bring as much back to that. And I think that's what they're gonna try to do. I don't know how it's gonna be. I'm actually thinking like, dang, what type of players they gonna name? They gonna name Kawhi Leonard, Kawhi Leonard in the Los Angeles Clippers versus Paul George, and like I wonder how it's gonna be. But I think they definitely trying to bring it back to how it used to be.
Yeah, I think so too, and it will help. And to me, that NBA on NBC theme is like the NFL on Fox theme.
Yeah,
it's not some music you listen to outside of sports, but it does get you pumped up for the sport. When you hear that, you're like, damn, all right, it's time for some football, man.
Yeah,
that gets you hyped for some classic basketball. So the NBA needed something like that. The ESPN, for all the money they got, they couldn't find a theme song for the NBA that was good.
I think what messed them up too, man. I think maybe I don't know if it's an NBA thing too, but they would use a lot of like it'd probably be paid promotion, but
music that's already out, like Pitbull songs,
a new J. Cole song. And they had that playing throughout the whole NBA finals where you just get irritated from it, or some type of Black Eyed Peas song, and it's just like, man, you don't need all that stuff. Like NBA on NBC didn't have all of that. It was just like as soon as you hear that, you knew what time it was. So yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm glad NBC got that back.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to how they do it. I think they have the best NFL coverage still. And I think they're
yeah.
gonna really kill it with the NBA, man. I'm looking forward to it. So we'll see.
Yeah.
You brought this up. I didn't look too far into this, but there were you mentioned this on the Figgy's mixtape too on In the Loop. There were some lawsuits. I saw Smokey Robinson and Byron Scott got some sexual assault. The Byron Scott one I heard from was like 20 years ago.
This was like
this was like
1987.
So, oh wait, that was the year I was born. Never mind, it was way longer than that.
No, it was in the 80s.
Yeah, so a long time ago, and I didn't see when the Smokey Robinson thing happened.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. So I want to say Smokey Robinson got like maybe I think it's like 5 people that accused him of something, and I think his wife is involved in that too. I think they put his wife in the lawsuit too. But he was accused of like I want to say sexual assault. I think he had a lot of maids and cleaning ladies.
Yeah, I did hear that part.
He was hitting on and wasn't paying them, and it was all type of stuff like that. But the other one, as far as Byron Scott, this one is kind of nasty, to be honest, man. So he was accused of sexually assaulting a teenager in 1987. And mind you, I think Byron Scott was still playing. I think he was actually on the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so he was apparently.
Now, to be fair, how old was he in 1987?
He was 26.
Okay.
He was 20. So apparently it took place in 1987 when Byron Scott was 26 and the alleged victim was 15. And I guess it was some classes at a high school in Los Angeles when the Lakers came to visit for a team event. And that's when she said Scott sexually assaulted her in a locked janitor's closet in the gymnasium. Now, like reading that part, you could be like, all right, especially in 2025, you kind of like, man, it's probably people, money chasing and all it's a lot of that type of stuff going on. But his attorney, Byron Scott's attorney, I don't know if you've seen this, but he said Byron Scott's attorney did deny the sexual contact that occurred between him and the victim, but said that he also believed that the victim was legal at legal age at that time. It's like, dog, why would you say that? Like, you saying that, you pretty much said, I thought she was 18 or legal.
Well, it's likely going to come out that they did have some kind of relationship. He's just trying to argue because it's going to look bad if you try to say it's consensual because she's underage. Yeah. So I think his argument is maybe in the state they were in, technically it might have been legal because there are some differing ages of consent. I don't know, but it's going to come out, I'm sure, that he actually did have a relationship with this girl that was underage. So that's why they're trying to say, oh, I thought she was whatever.
Yeah, just the other stuff just looked bad because it's like it was in a school.
Yeah.
It was in a high school. So it's just like, huh? So, I mean, I don't know what he's doing right now. I don't know what he got going on. I think the last time I seen it, I think he was doing like TV for the Lakers or something. I don't know if he's still doing it, but man, that don't look good at all, man.
Maybe it's fucked up my mind goes here because look, that's disgusting. I don't think it should happen to anybody if that is what happened. But I also think there was a time when shit like this just was commonplace and got swept under the rug. And especially with the Lakers.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it must suck for him to think that he got away with this for his entire life. And then suddenly when he's near the end of it, shit, I'm sure he done seen some shit and he might be like, wait, I wasn't doing nothing what Magic was doing. Yeah. What Kareem was like, oh, these motherfuckers over here, I got jammed up.
Yeah.
40 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, if that's true, that is sick regardless, man. But it's also weird because this age of consent thing, is fucked up as it sounds, it really wasn't talked about this badly until recently. Yeah. If you listen to some R&B songs, especially I had to say in the Black community, man, if you listen to old R&B songs, a lot of them have to do with younger women with older dudes.
Yeah.
And this was just how the world worked. It felt like in communities. It's sick and it's nasty still, but at a certain point, it was treated differently than it is now.
Yeah, it's kind of shock value now. Like even just listening, even when it comes to like Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick is like 74 years old, and the girl, his girlfriend is 24 or whatever, it's 23, 24, whatever. And it's kind of like shock value, like, oh my God. Like, I can't believe this. Like, to the point you would have thought she was 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Or even to take it like not as dramatic as that, but a 38-year-old talking to a 21-year-old. They still calling people like that pedophile. It's just like, what? Like, that person is old enough to drink. And it's just like, I mean, like me personally, I wouldn't date nobody 21 at my age, but people get shamed for dating somebody that's 10 years younger than them or 15 years younger than them when they of age, like when they 21 years old or something. And that's now looking nasty. They look at you like you are dating a 5-year-old or something, man. It's like shock value at this point.
It really is. And it's a social media thing mainly. But because you still see a lot of cases where there's an age gap significant between a man and a woman. And as long as it's legal, people don't really trip out about it in real life. But in social media, it's a death sentence.
Yeah, especially for celebrities and stuff like that. Yeah, because even like we talked about Drea and Jalen Green, on this podcast before. Even though, like, I feel like Drea is probably looking for somebody that, looking for stability, an NBA player with money and stuff like that. Like, it's nothing wrong with her dating, being 38 or 40 or whatever her age is, and dating somebody 22 or 23. Like, it's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's not illegal or anything. She's not being a pedophile or stuff like that. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, and people just make it like, oh, you dating this baby.
Yeah, and that gets annoying. Because and I saw this happen with the Anthony Ant-Man when he found out the age of his baby mama, who just recently sued him. I think he just was the first dude I heard of to just pay the child support up front for a lifetime.
I didn't even know you could do that, man.
Apparently you can. He worked something out. But people tried to act like she was a groomer who preyed on him. And I'm like, for a man, I think it's different. I know it's unfair, but I never felt like in my life a woman could prey on me to get her pregnant.
Yeah.
I've been with older women, but that's something where he just got a problem, I feel.
Yeah.
The dude, at that point, he had several kids already and still don't want to protect himself. So,
yeah, I think unless it's a situation where this person is like a kid is under 18 or
exactly,
and sometimes that's a stretch because you got people that's 17 that's like, I know what I'm doing type thing. And I understand if you feel like that's terrible, but if you like way underage and a grown woman is clearly taking advantage of you, that's different. But like a 21-year-old man, a dude, he know what he getting into, man. Like he is not stupid. He ain't out here just being drugged and hypnotized by this older lady. Like, you know exactly what he doing, man.
Yeah, but the frontal lobe is not developed. They don't know what they're doing and talking about. That's not here all that talk.
Hey, they know when it's time to have sex.
Right.
They know exactly what to do. And they know the consequences too. It's like, let's not be stupid and act like, oh, I know this could happen.
I know that would happen.
Trick me or anything like that. So it's goofy.
Yeah. Another new music drop that you reminded me of. Andre 3000 dropped a new album.
Yeah.
You might have noticed we didn't talk about it or mention it at all. That's because it's not a rap album. It is a piano album, apparently. So good for him.
Yeah.
But like I told you, man, I wish he would adopt a new name for these projects. because I feel like it's unfair to use the name you've only used to rap for 30 years, and suddenly you're putting out non-rap, not even in the same category of urban music type music, and using your rap name to do it. I know his real name is Andre, but I wish he had like a different name for these projects so I know to ignore them. Because when you get a notification that Andre 3000 dropped a new album, you're like, wait a minute. But then you see, it's one of those. So
yeah. I think I think the messed up part about it too, he never really dropped a solo album. Technically, he didn't drop a solo album. So whenever you look up Andre 3000, that flute album gonna pop up and that piano album gonna pop up. So it's just like, dog. Like I'm not sitting there saying that's his legacy, but it's like, man, come on, man. Like I don't know. I'm actually shocked nobody's is really, I guess, defending this album like that. Because remember with the flute album, everybody was attacking people for not liking it, and you just used to the same stuff, and you got to think outside the box. And they was saying all type of crazy stuff. It's like, man, did anybody ever go back to that album? Y'all listen to that album for 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's what you call contrarians, people who want to look like they're enlightened and listen to that type of music. But I don't know. If you like it, fair enough. But I don't need to
get mad at us because we don't want to hear that. We want to hear him rap.
Yeah, it's just annoying. I was going back and listening to some old Outkast earlier in the past few weeks, and I'm like, damn. I'm not saying he has to rap for us, but it sure is a fucking waste that he's not rapping, man. But if it's not in him, then that's fine. I can't force it, but it's just annoying.
It's crazy too, because Jay-Z said in the rap that he's pretty much the male version of Lauryn Hill, and he really is, man. Like I know Lauryn Hill gave us one album, but he's really like the male version of Lauryn Hill. He just stopped doing music, man.
To be fair, there were allegations that Lauryn wasn't writing her stuff and wasn't like, it was a collaborative effort with her. I think she can rap, but I don't think she was as good on her own as we might have thought. Yeah, because she had some elite people in her company helping her with stuff. But Andre, we knew he was writing his own shit, man. We knew he was killing them verses. We knew Big Boy wasn't writing for him. And I like Big Boy, but come on, man. So that's a frustrating thing, the fact that he has so much talent to rap and he just won't do it.
Yeah.
But you can't force it.
Yeah. But they both stopped, man. They just stopped. And then whatever they did try to put out, it was just like total opposite of what we used to. It's kind of like, huh? But at least he a little more laid back with it. Like Lauryn Hill, I don't know what she was going through, but sometimes she was kind of, I don't want to say off a rocker or anything, because I'm sure she's a bright woman, but it seemed like it was a lot more stuff going on. Andre 3000 was kind of like, I just didn't want to, I just wanted to do something else.
Yeah.
Like he didn't like rap music no more. Like he was just like, I just want to do some other shit.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, but what can you do, man? Maybe he'll get the inspiration at some point, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. I consider it over.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, I don't think so. We'd be lucky to get a guest verse or something.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Other things that happened this week: Stephen A. Smith was on Law and Order.
Yeah, did you see this?
I did see the clip. Yeah. Apparently he played a sports agent for a guy who was trying to convince his you want to play the clip? It's kind of long. I don't even play the whole thing. But basically he was trying to convince his client to fire his team of leeches and people who were hanging on, because he was not like a LeBron or something. He wasn't that guy who was getting all this money in the NBA. Yeah. And the guy was a terrible actor. I'm sorry to say, but that guy could not act. He was like, "Man, this is my family. They were with me since day one." and Stephen A. Smith's going crazy on him. And then the next scene, Stephen A. Smith is found dead after jogging, and I'm assuming the episode is about his murder and trying to solve it.
Yeah. Here we go.
Jackson, come on in. We need to talk.
What's up, man?
You make $8 million a year, man, and you broke. You believe me today? Or you can believe the bank when they come and take the keys to your house. You got to make changes, bro. And oh, by the way, I'm keeping my 5%. You ain't getting that back. What's the problem? You really just asked me that.
You want to make an enemy out of me.
What does Jimmy do? How about Tommy? How about Marco?
I don't know, man. They just part of it.
How many people do you think you have on your payroll?
But 6.
11. But it's time to be real. You ain't LeBron. You ain't KD. You damn sure ain't Ant-Man. You a grinder rotation player. You damn sure ain't large enough to be having some entourage. You got a big damn heart, but you just turned 30. If you're lucky, you got 3, maybe 4 years left.
So you saying you want me to fire some of my boys? Come on, Ted. No, that ain't cool.
Want to hear about cool? I don't care about cool. I care about you. I care about your family, your kids, your future. That's what I'm thinking about. So guess what? Your agent ain't asking you to get rid of some of your boys. I'm asking you to get rid of all of them. Every living one of them.
That's not so easy. I grew up with them when all of this was just a fantasy. I owe them. I owe them.
You want me to do it for you?
So that is the end of Stephen A. Smith because he is found dead in the next scene. It's amazing that this show has been on the air for as long as it has, man. You really think of like the writing is awful. It was so basic. I don't know what they do. They're just a part of it. What?
Yeah. And how is he dead with his AirPods still in his head?
Right. And it was crazy. He was jogging with his ID. You know how just in case he got murdered, I guess. He wanted people to know who he was.
No, this is hilarious. Have you seen him on General Hospital?
Yes, he's great on that show. As Brick, the enforcer, or whoever, the advisor to Sonny.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mother used to watch General Hospital every single day, and we used to watch it too because whenever we were home, we'd see it. And actually, there was a point where I actually got into the storylines.
Really?
Yeah, because number one, it was crazy how every day there would be some new shit going on. But after a while, there was a point where I actually kind of got into the story, man. And the funniest thing is the same characters that I've been watching since I was a kid are still on there.
Still on there, still going strong.
Yeah, the guy Sonny, who's Stephen A. Smith's guy, was a guy way back when I was like 5 years old watching the show, man. So I'm like, how people spend their whole life on soap opera shows? That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
But I guess the money's good.
Yeah. If y'all didn't see it, this is him on General Hospital right here.
The greatest scene in TV history.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm gonna need to see some ID. ID. Now.
Straight off the first.
Of course.
Oh, you just walked across the street, I'm sure. I think it's repeating. But yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
So he for people listening on audio, he pulled out a silencer in some kind of fucking James Bond, Richard Roundtree type move. Smoothly pulled out a pistol with a silencer and shot her right in front of.
He shot to the side like he was doing
he shot in a way to like there's no way he could aim that bitch. He could have easily hit Sonny in the bed. How the fuck did he aim that?
Man, you know how hard it is to shoot a gun. Like if you it's hard to shoot a gun with one hand. Like,
yes.
Like usually you gotta hold the gun tight as hell to. And he was just standing off to the side like he was giving them the wink in the gun. I'm like,
dog, there's no way. But they're trying to make him look cool.
Yeah,
And
I think he a big fan of the show too. So
yeah, he mentioned
that's
that.
the reason they actually put him in there, because he was campaigning for, I want to say, about 10 years ago.
Yep.
Campaigning to try to get on General Hospital, and they put him on there.
Matt on YouTube asked, "What did I just watch?" Well, you watched the future president Stephen A. Smith on his appearance on General Hospital and Law and Order. So he is a man of many talents. He is a politician. He is a sports analyst, and he is a A-list actor.
Yeah,
he can do it all. A true Renaissance man. So yeah. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, that's all I got to.
Yeah. Other news, big gamer news coming down. Grand Theft Auto 6, which has been delayed for a full year. It's been delayed until it's supposed to come out this year. It got delayed. They announced the delay a few weeks ago, but they did drop a new trailer. They dropped a trailer in which it looks like you're going to be playing some kind of couple, a guy and a woman who just got out of prison, and they're trying to make moves and get money.
It looked like a Bonnie and Clyde type feel.
Bonnie and Clyde type thing where they're hitting up people, sticking up banks and shit. Typical Grand Theft Auto type stuff it looks like going on. They didn't show a lot of gameplay.
Yeah.
I didn't see any kind of gameplay, to be honest. But the graphics look incredible, man. The graphics do look next level.
Mm-hmm. No, it looked really good. How you feel about them? Are you fine with them pushing it back? If they making this right, or
usually I'd rather a game get done right, because here's my problem with modern games. I feel like because we have the technology to patch things and fix them, that people just be rushing games out. And sometimes you play a game and it's all glitchy and shit. It's all fucked up, and they got to patch it and make it right. So, and I hate that, because I pay full price for a fucking game. I don't pay full price for a movie and get a half done movie.
Yeah.
But you can pay full price for a game and the game's all fucked up and not even finished yet.
Yeah.
So I honestly would rather them just get it right and wait a year. Yeah, it sucks that I would rather have played it this year, of course, but I'd rather them get it right and make sure everything is good and straight than to rush it and then it's all fucked up and I wasted my money because I don't even like the game like that. So
yeah. Nah, I agree with that, but it looked dope, man. I can't, and you know, like, I'm not really a GTA play online type guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably the only dude to be out here playing the storylines and shit. So yeah, I mean, that's why I'm excited about it. Just new storylines and missions and stuff like that. I'm sure people probably gonna be playing online stuff.
Yeah. I heard they hired the people that did the role play stuff. You know, the role play thing for Grand Theft Auto that was like a mod for the PC version. But it was like what people did to stream it, and it was a crazy thing where you play different roles, and one guy's a cop, another guy's like the hospital driver and all this shit, and you have like a big server where everybody has a different role.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think they hired those people that made that. And they had them work on this. So I think the online is going to be crazy. The online is going to be super next level, I think.
Yeah.
But the story looks good, man. The Grand Theft Auto story is always good that I played. The 4 story was good. I didn't play enough of 5, but they always knock it out of the park with the story. It always feels like you're playing a movie or some shit.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. It looks good.
Yeah. Nah, I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be worth the wait.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be, man. This will probably be the biggest game ever when it comes out.
100%, man.
So,
yeah, no, I think so. No, I'm excited about this game.
Yeah, it looks good. 13 years, man. It took 13 years to get here. Motherfuckers who weren't even born yet are in high school now between Grand Theft Auto games. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
Looking forward to it though, man.
Yeah.
What is the old country?
Remember the game Mafia?
Oh yeah. That's right. They're making a new Mafia game.
Yeah, so that game, they got a pre-order game. I mean, they got a pre-order for it now. I think it drops, I want to say in August. I think it dropped in August, but they released a new trailer for it.
Okay.
But, this one, I don't know if you played the Mafia games, but this one takes back before everything, pretty much.
Okay.
So way back in the day, look like Cowboy Days and all that shit.
Okay, kind of like Red Dead Redemption type shit.
Yeah,
They look exactly like Red Dead Redemption, honestly.
Yeah. So yeah, apparently it goes back then, and then I think I heard they are working on Mafia 4.
Yeah,
which I think it's going her rumors is going to take place kind of like in the 80s, like 80s as far as like casino type vibe. So that'd be fun. But I'm a big fan of the Mafia games.
check them out, man.
Yeah, it's they always I think they always had a real good storyline.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like I can't wait to play this game.
The graphics look crazy. I still can't get over how the faces look in games now, man. Because I remember the PlayStation days, the Genesis games where you couldn't even say, like, they have LeBron in the game and he don't even look like LeBron.
Yeah, we thought that shit was legit though. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Or I think too, especially this was mainly in the 90s, 2000s, Resident Evil.
Yeah.
They used to look on the first PlayStation. Man, that shit used to look real as hell. And then one day I tried to go to YouTube just to kind of see how it looked. I'm like, how the fuck was I playing this shit?
Terrible, man.
It looked awful. It's not even worth watching. It looked really bad, man.
Now, they did remake the first Resident Evil, and it looks a lot better. They did it for GameCube, and then they kind of redid it again for PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you can't go back to the first one on PlayStation, man. It looks rough.
It looked real bad, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll try to. I think I have the Mafia games on PC. You know, it's one of those things where you get a bundle and you get a bunch of games, but I haven't played it yet. I might play it this weekend. I might give it a shot.
Yeah, I really like Mafia 3, man. It take place in fake New Orleans, pretty much. They call it New Boudreaux. But it's really good, like a really good storyline, and some of the stuff is like connected to the other like Mafia 2 and all that stuff. So it's really good, man. I enjoyed it.
I'm gonna check that out. That reminds me, I do like a game. There's a series called Yakuza.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about like the Japanese mafia, and the games take place in Japan where you run around, and there's a game that the prequel game takes place in the 80s. So you run around the 80s Japan doing all this crazy shit. Those games are fun, man. There's a lot of them. They made like 10 of those games so far.
Man.
But yeah, look at this shit.
The Resident Evil.
And this was groundbreaking when it came out. You got to remember.
Yeah.
People were like, holy shit.
Like, I don't know if I could play it like this now, man.
Nah, it's tough, man. The controls are all crazy.
Yeah,
and the game is fucking hard. And then it's rough. This used to be scary as shit though. You see a zombie, you're like, yeah. Now you see a zombie, you start laughing.
Like, what the fuck? It looked like a fucking this shit. It looked like a weird object.
Yep, and this is what I hated: the fucking inventory shit. You can only carry so much, so you had to keep dropping stuff off, and then you find out, oh, I need this thing, so I got to run all the way back and pick it up. I hated that thing about the first 3 Resident Evils had this, and I hated that because it was so fucking annoying.
You had to go to a certain spot to save your game and all that stuff. Remember you had to have the ribbons.
Yes, you had to have the ribbons. And then if you run out, you can't save.
Yeah.
So you got to keep the PlayStation on.
Yeah.
So you don't lose your place.
Yeah. No, that shit was ridiculous, man.
Yeah. It's crazy how far we've gone now, man.
Yeah.
It hasn't been that long either. So
no,
it's been a while, like 30 years, but
yeah. This shit look rough.
Yeah. Matt says, Fig, you're not alone. I love playing the story modes. Yeah, I'm a strictly story mode type dude now too. I think when you get older, you just don't want to play multiplayer in general.
Yeah, I don't even. And I think the other thing is too. I don't really know how to play. I mean, I don't have friends to play online with. Like, I ain't trying to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
Man. Like,
I don't want to play random people online, really. Speaking of which, I got to get your gamer tag, man. I still don't have your gamer tag. You got to text it to me. I got to add you.
Yeah. It's the same as my Twitter, the Figgy Fig. I'll text it to you. But I don't be on. I ain't grow up with friends that was always online. It was no online gaming like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like now I don't know. I just don't really do it. But,
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I touch my online game. Or if y'all on whoever on here now, if y'all want, feel free to add me, man. The Figgy Fig. It's the same as my Twitter handle.
I gotta change mine. Mine is like Black Man or some shit. I don't know why. I was a kid when I picked it out, man. Now I want to change it.
Damn.
Yeah. Matt says I tried playing Resident Evil 0 recently on GameCube, and man, that sucks. It's just an old, I think the graphics on that game still hold up, but the gameplay is rough because the controls are all fucking weird, and there's a lot of running around and backtracking, and it doesn't really hold up for today.
Yeah.
Graphically, I think that game still looked pretty good.
Yeah, I will say this too, man. Like if you beat one of those games back in the day, you was the man because like now these games, they give you everything to beat this game. They show you exactly where to go. If you take it too long, they arrow will point up like, oh, over there, over there, or they help you out as much as you can. But back like you had no clue what to do in Resident Evil, man. Like I'm stuck at this part. I have no clue what to do. And remember,
you want to talk about? You ever play Tomb Raider?
Yes, I never beat Tomb Raider.
That game was if you didn't have a guide, there was some shit you just couldn't figure out on your own.
You had to buy the magazine.
Yeah,
the thick magazine, How to Beat Tomb Raider. I never knew anybody ever that beat Tomb Raider like
with no kind of clue. They just played it, raw dogged it. There's no way you could figure out where to go.
It's a whole bunch of, and then the game is like super quiet too.
Yeah,
all you hear is like jumping, like her jumping, and like you just over there just trying to figure it out, man.
And then you know how games now, if you hit a switch, it will show you what the switch did. Like it'll switch to a camera and say it opened this door. In Tomb Raider, you would hit a switch and it wouldn't show you anything. So I'm like, what did that even do? So you got to spend an hour looking for whatever the fuck changed in this big ass cave. I'm like, come on, man. How'd they expect kids to play this game?
No, that game was impossible. I don't think I even had action in that game. Like, I don't think I went through any type of shootout or anything in that game.
It was rough, man. It's rough. You gotta really look around, and it's impossible without a guide to know where the fuck you're going in that game.
Do they still have them games? Do they still make Tomb Raider?
Yeah, they remade it for PlayStation 3 in like 2013. They made a few, and they're actually pretty good, man. They made 3 new Tomb Raider games. I think it's called Tomb Raider, then Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and Rise of the Tomb Raider. And they're actually good, man. You can actually play without the guide. You don't need no help.
Thank God.
It's actually fun to play. But yeah, those games, they're usually go on sale for cheap. So if you could buy them, you should probably go ahead and get it. But yeah, those games are fun.
Yeah.
The old ones are rough.
Yeah, I'm looking at something now. I guess apparently they got a new Tomb Raider game. It's supposed to be revealed.
Okay.
So yeah.
One thing I've noticed though, because they're trying to make games more realistic, they don't give her big titties anymore.
Oh man,
they done took that away from us, man.
Everybody used to talk about her titty, Laura Croft.
Yeah, and then you got Angelina Jolie playing her in the movie.
Yeah,
like man. They took that away. Even when they rebooted the game and those 3 games I told you about, they changed the actress and she was flat chested.
Yeah.
What is the point, man? You think we play this fake ass Indiana Jones bullshit just to fucking play it? No, we're trying to look at something.
Yeah. There was no hot chick in video games,
right? Nah, you didn't have a whole lot.
Yeah.
So yeah. Matt said, I beat Tomb Raider back in the day with the Game Informer magazine right next to me. Y'all are 100%. Yeah, you had to have a guide, man. There's no way you could beat those games on your own, just raw dogging it. And one fucked up thing I learned, triangle tees back in the day. Hell yeah, that's all we had to go off of, man. Yeah. And the funny thing, there was a game called Duke Nukem 3D. And there was a part where you could they're strippers, and they were like shitty looking 2D strippers, but you pay them money and they took their top off. You could see like a little something, something. It's like, oh, the first time in video games that you had some nudity and shit. That's all we had, man. We didn't have a Pornhub.
Yeah,
you just had the game.
Yeah, GTA took it to another level, man. I think
stripper,
was it Vice City, or I forgot which. It might. I don't know if it was GTA 3 or Vice. I think it might have been Vice City, where you could get a prostitute in the car.
That was 3. That was 3.
That was 3. Was that 3? Okay.
I think 4 had the strip club you could actually go into and get like lap dances and shit.
Yeah, no, it was 3. It was 3 where you could just honk your horn at a hooker.
Yeah.
The car, and then you can see the car.
And that was super controversial back in the day.
Yes, it was like
super controversial. Like they wanted to ban the game because of that.
My mom didn't want me to play that game.
Yeah,
because me and my cousin, shout out to my cousin Rodell, he had I want to say it was Grand Theft Auto 2, where it was like the ugly view, the aerial view.
Yep.
Where I didn't really know how bad of a game that was. Like as far as like. I knew they used to cuss and used to steal cars and stuff, but I ain't really know nothing about the missions.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember us having fun playing that game. And then it came out, I want to say it was Grand Theft Auto 3. And that's when it was very controversial. It was all on the news and everything. And my mother was like, no, she would not let me get that game. I couldn't get that game. I only played it through my cousin. I think he had that game, but I could never get that game.
I looked up. My mom got it for me. She didn't really care shit, but she worked at GameStop at the time too, or Funko Land, I think it was called. So yeah, she got that game for me, luckily. But it's crazy how that was a big deal. Now, dog, they have sex and there's nudity in games. And I was playing Last of Us 2, and there's like 2 sex scenes that just happened without any warning, and motherfuckers getting naked, and nobody even cared to write an article about this.
Yeah.
And back then, they were having congressional meetings about sex and violence in video games.
Yeah.
And now look at the latest Mortal Kombat that came out. The fatalities in that game look like real life shit happening.
Damn.
And nobody cares. But back then, they thought that those 2D characters doing that little cartoon bullshit with the blood coming out was going to ruin kids forever.
Yeah. Now they got Call of Duty and all that shit.
Yeah.
It's just like, man, like it felt like you in war for real, man.
Yeah.
like Call of Duty, I can't play Call of Duty, man. This is a little too much for me.
Yeah, it's a little. I was trying to play the newest one that came out. I kind of got sick of it because it kept fucking up when I tried to start it. It took forever because it was trying to update and shit. But yeah, it's super realistic now, and it's just it kind of lost the flavor for me.
Yeah.
Black Band VX on Twitch says San Andreas. Yeah, I think that was when they started the strip club shit.
Yeah.
But classic stuff, man.
Yeah.
Matt says, how about hot coffee mod in San Andreas? Yeah, people who didn't know, there was some cut content in San Andreas where, you could have a girlfriend, and if you like maxed out the relationship stats, you could take her home and have sex with her. And it was like a sex mini game you play. And they cut it out the game, but people dug in because they had Game Sharks and stuff back then. So you could actually get into the game's code and figure shit out. And they found that because it stayed in the game. They just tried to cut it and hide it, but it was still in the game. So people accessed it, and the code to get it came out. So people were playing it, and they had to recall the game and send out new copies without that stuff in it because it changed the rating to like from mature to adults only.
Oh,
so it was a big deal, man. There was news stories about it and all this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, they actually put it in the definitive edition. That's funny. But yeah, and it wasn't even that bad, man. Look at how the characters look first and foremost. And this is the new version they put out. It's not even the original one.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even a big deal. But they were riggers in hell about this scene, man. I think they changed it for this one. They didn't actually put the sex scene in it. But yeah, there was a sex mini game where you could hit X and do a doggy style and shit. It was like that. And it was a big deal when that happened, man.
Damn, that's crazy. I didn't even know that part.
Yeah.
Damn.
to compare this to the stuff folks make on their own, super tame. Yeah, there's straight up porn games that come out now, man, and nobody really cares or makes a big deal about it. But back then, it was a huge topic for people, and people lost their mind over it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, last but not least, man, it's about time to probably wrap this podcast up. But we didn't talk about this. Apparently, our worst fears have been confirmed. A new Friday movie is going to come out, whether we like it or not.
Yeah,
I think they said it's been greenlit. Ice Cube is happy, I believe. He said it's going to be mainly a new cast of people, which is Drewski is going to be in there.
Yeah,
you're probably going to have Kai Cenat in fucking Friday, man. And I show Speed. It is going to be an embarrassing stain on the franchise, but it's being made regardless. Some people are happy about it. Some people just want to see, Mike Epps and all of them get back together. Of course, Tony Lister, the Debo actor, has passed. Of course, John Witherspoon has passed as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, the biggest characters are going to be gone, but what can you do? Chris Tucker will probably not do it. Let's be real, but who knows?
Yeah, I feel like he missed the mark with this one, man. Like, you better off not even doing it at this point, man. It was way too long. Probably should have did it around that time, but nah, I don't even know if I'm gonna see it, man. I wonder if it's gonna be like one of those Netflix type of releases or straight to streaming type thing. But I don't even know if I'm gonna see this one, man, because my only I was tired of it anyway. But my only reason to see this would probably be John Witherspoon, Debo, just kind of see that part, because I know Chris Tucker ain't coming back. That ship has sailed, and he ain't coming back no time soon. But you ain't got no John Witherspoon, no Debo, and I'm trying to think. I don't think who else? Who else you got?
I think somebody else had passed, but I can't remember.
Yeah. Like, even who else from Friday After Next? Like, you gonna have Cat Williams in there?
Probably. They're probably gonna have Felicia, because she's talked about that role and how it, because her son is in the NBA.
Yeah, or the NFL.
Or NFL. So she talked about that role, and I'm sure they're gonna give her some kind of redemption arc, because she talked about how that role hurt her. Yeah. So I'm sure she's gonna have some kind of cheesy little redemption where she cleaned herself up and she's this boss bitch or whatever. I don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah, nah, I don't really care for it, man. Like I said, I wasn't I could deal with next Friday. I could kind of deal with that. But Friday After Next, I'm just like, man, this is ridiculous.
Yeah,
man.
It took it too far with that one.
Yeah, like, I ain't really care for the Cat Williams character. I know that's the character that kind of broke him a little bit, but I ain't really care for all that stuff. The Terry Crews, and I just didn't care for all of that stuff.
VX asks, is Terry Crews coming back? They haven't announced any cast. I think they just announced early last month that the movie got greenlit. It's going to be called Last Friday. So they haven't announced any cast. I don't think any of that's been done yet. I don't know if they have a script yet. I would assume they have a script, at least some kind of rough chapter or something. But I don't know when it's going to be done or start filming. We don't know any of that yet. We just know it's going to be made.
Yeah.
And, I mean, good for Ice Cube. I know he's been trying for 2 decades to get this movie done.
Yeah.
So good on him. But at the same time, I don't really want to watch it. So.
Yeah. Like, I would be a little more intrigued. I don't even know if he's still doing stuff, but DJ Pooh.
Yeah.
DJ Pooh had a big hand in this. I would be a little more intrigued, because I felt like he was a little bit underrated as far as movies and stuff, because even that movie The Wash.
Yeah.
Like, to me, I felt like that was kind of like a borderline Friday type of movie, man. I thought Dr. Dre was a little whack in that movie, but as far as everybody else, I felt like it was a strong West Coast type of movie, similar to Friday. And like I said, I don't know if he doing anything, have a hand in it, but that would kind of intrigue me a little bit. But outside of that, man, I'm kind of over it, man.
Yeah, I'm the same, man. I don't need to see it personally. Like I said, I'm glad they're making it, but look, I watched Coming to America 2, and I'm never gonna do this again. All right, no, I've had enough.
That shit was so bad, man.
It was awful, man.
And it was irritating the people that didn't understand how important the original one was. Trying to say this wasn't a bad movie, and like, man, dog, if you don't get out of here with that, like that movie was so bad, you could tell nobody wanted to really do it. And Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall is pretty much the background.
Yes.
And I'm just like, man,
they killed off James Earl Jones in like the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Yep. And then they gave the girl Lisa McDowell too many lines. I'm just like, man, what are we doing, man? Like, she was not talking this much in the original.
Yes.
Like, why are you trying to make her like she is supporting supporter
main co-lead?
Yeah, like, oh, come on, man. Crazy.
Yep. All right, Matt's dipping out. We're about to dip out too, man. Just gonna wrap this up real quick. I think we're done for the night. So yeah, appreciate Matt and everybody who came through. Tab, VX, David, everybody who stopped through the chat to chill with us, man. We appreciate y'all. Remember, y'all check Figgy on In the Loop Monday through Friday at 1:20. Figgy's mixtape. Make sure you tune in, man.
Yeah, if y'all see some wild stuff or whatever you want me to talk about, let me know, man.
Yeah, hit him up for sure. And that's it, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all weekend, and until next time.
Hey.